Boop, 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 boop. Welcome to the podcast, guys. Here's my co-host Dre, Deondre, and myself, Kevin, Marin.
Kevin Mir.
Yeah, I used to have friends who would call me that, Kevin Marin, or I forgot this other version. Like a feminine way to say my name, Kivwina, actually.
Oh my god.
I used to have like the greatest of friends. Used to.
This is James Brown checking in. This is the Babadoo Bad.
All right, guys, this is the end of the year. This is the end of the year podcast. We're gonna talk about the end of the year stuff and like mainly movies because I realize, well, just for me, for example, I have watched a lot of movies this year, and Dre has seen some movies. Am I right, Dre?
Yeah, I've seen 14, which is a shocker.
Oh, damn, you beat me! Holy shit, I seen 13.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I seen 13. Well, that's crazy.
I'm pretty sure yours are better because some of these are absolute dog water.
I don't tend to watch things that like it has to be an interest to me, and then it has to be like, I mean, I'm not saying reviews matter, but like if it gets good reviews and people are talking about it, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, it's today is December 30th. Yes, December 30th, before New Year's Eve. We're gonna talk about movies and like year review stuff, and we could talk about resolution shit too if you want. It's up to you.
Okay. I mean, yeah, sure. We get to it.
All right, cool. What do you want to start with? The movies? We can start with the movies. That sounds probably easiest, honestly. Yeah, or we could talk about Echo since it's fresh in our mind.
We can talk about Echo. That'd be great.
Yeah, actually, that's a good starter point. Okay, for no one who doesn't know, Echo is a Marvel TV series that's coming out January 9th. We're not sponsored by this, but it's going to be probably a really good show because it's going to be the first Marvel TV series, that's going to be rated M. So, what's really cool is that both Daredevil, Charlie Cox, and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin are coming back to be an Echo. And it's like, that's really cool,
Yeah, but both of them I feel like are underrated, and they were the only piece. I'll take that back because from those Netflix Disney shows, I feel like I'm forgetting his name now, but Luke Cage, they could bring him back easy.
Definitely
As a piece. But the homie who played Iron Fist, leave him dead.
He could he could be recast.
Don't bring him back.
He could be recast.
Yeah, he could easily be recast.
Yeah.
If let's not all forget that that War Machine used to be light skinned. That's all I'm gonna say.
People, how because what's his name? The guy who plays War Machine, and you know how we didn't mention this before the podcast. We didn't talk about Jonathan Majors and his he was guilty for those domestic charges.
Okay, we can actually talk about that next if you want to.
After the Echo thing? Or
yeah, after the Echo thing. Yeah,
okay. What I wanted to mention is that the old original actor for Rhodey, a lot of people on Twitter were like, it would be really funny if they brought him back to play Kong. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh god. Oh no.
That's weird. Like, I mean, it'd be interesting, but it's like there has to be some kind of explanation, And it's gonna make no sense. It's gonna make the fan base divided based on that one opinion, the one change.
Terrence Howard as Kang. Oh no.
Yeah.
We don't need that. No one needs that. Absolutely no one needs that in their lives.
Right.
That'd actually be the first one outside of Brie Larson that I'd be like, Jesus guys, you did this.
Yeah.
Because Brie Larson and Jennifer Lawrence to me are on the same scale of charisma. Absolutely none.
Hey, they're both hot.
Well, I guess sure. Never floats your boat, kid.
All right. Did you want to start with Echo, or do you want me to lead?
No. We can. No, I mean you can lead the conversation.
All right, cool. So Echo, I rewatched the trailer. It was really cool because it was more of a dramatic, like, oh, this TV show is gonna be rated M, and you could tell because we're using the color black, and there's a lot of blood, and Vincent D'Onofrio's punching the shit out of this poor ice cream man who made fun of this deaf girl.
Oh no. Oh my god, you beat the shit out of that boy. Are you playing tennis or golf?
Tennis.
What the hell?
Picket
God
ball.
damn, penis.
Oh my god.
Somebody was calling that playing pickleball. Jesus Christ.
I know, right? But like, what I'm excited for, I don't know anything about the character Echo. I'm sure she's gonna be a badass, and who knows what she's gonna lead up to for different storylines in the future for Marvel. But what I'm really excited for is Daredevil, which he in the first trailer was only shown for like 2 to 3 seconds, and it's like, bro, his presence leads. You know, it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, Daredevil being there
I know.
changes the scope of the show because Daredevil to this point has been one of the best things they put out. So
Definitely, it's not even like a Disney owned. It is Disney owned property now, but it wasn't. No, it was produced by ABC, which was ABC and Netflix, which ABC is owned by Disney, right? Or am I getting that wrong?
yeah,
So
no,
technically,
no, you're right.
it was run by Disney, but not directly a Marvel Disney show. Because
Right, yeah.
I'm not saying the Marvel TV shows now are bad. It's just that some of them, look at you, Secret Avenger, Secret Invasion. Eh, they're okay.
Yeah, no, Secret Invasion was good for what it was, but it wasn't what everybody was anticipating it to be.
All right. And then like having what's that chick's name who played she was in Game of Thrones. I don't remember,
Oh.
but giving her all those powers and like it's so weird to see the picture of her like, her face with like the hugest bicep ever. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that was probably the very worst possible thing I've ever witnessed
Like
because her little ass body was a Hulk arm. It
right.
was just the arms. Kev, imagine having access to all the powers ever and you just flex biceps.
No
You just
traps,
have
no back day.
no no traps, no Tony Stark brain,
Right.
no no legs.
No leg
You
day.
could have transformed into it. You could have transformed into Hulk legs and kicked homeboy into the ether.
Fuck yeah.
But no,
Right. Was
but no, they just kept it low key. It's like all right, I guess.
was Doctor Strange in the group of DNA they took from the Nick Fury took from or no?
Doctor Strange was not, but Ebony Maw was.
You gotta refresh my mind because that sounds familiar. Who's Emily Mall again?
Ebony Maw is was Thanos' his version of Strange.
Oh
So he was
yeah, yeah.
he was the one that was like twinkling his fingers and then extra pine cones, pine cones made out of concrete,
Right.
flying at him in Endgame. However, the interesting part of that is, a lot of people were joking about it because in that show they fucked around and they included his jewelry in like in Secret Invasion when she transformed or was using his powers. They included his jewelry too. Nobody else had jewelry or anything to transfer it over. They literally just took the skin that they did, the rendering they did from the movie, and put it on her arm for that for that individual. It's like, okay, if she's using the powers, it makes sense to not. It makes sense to have her using. It makes sense
Yeah,
to have
yeah.
her. It makes sense to have her have the power for it to look like that. But the rings too. The rings are just a drip. You include drip in it's
The
like the
powers.
DNA. It's like
Yeah.
damn. So he just manifested the rings through his blood sample. I guess like that's crazy.
That is crazy. But yeah, Echo seems like it makes me kind of excited, but it was just strange because what if season 2 came out and I haven't seen it? It's like I just gotta make time for these shows now. It's like yeah.
I know so many of them.
Yeah, because like I haven't seen Loki season 2, I haven't seen What If season 2. It's gonna be like a week or two, and then Echo's coming out. It's like, damn, dude, it's not. I wouldn't say it's superhero fatigue. It's just like, well, we talked about this a bit in the podcast, but like, do you remember if I mentioned to you how like the new Daredevil show, they are restarting the production. They're actually going to have showrunners, and like it's going to be written by different people, not by the guys who did Deck the Halls. And it's like, wow.
Yeah. You did mention that. Yeah.
So I'm like, I hope Echo is like the first good step to like a good setup for Daredevil for that show too, because a lot of people are saying that like for the new Daredevil show, it's gonna be like Kingpin. He's gonna run for mayor or something, that kind of thing.
Mm.
That's what some people have been saying on Twitter, and it's like, I guess, but I don't know. I think that's a new storyline in the comics. And it's like I get it. Maybe it's one of the most popular ones, but like I don't know. I just feel like he should do something else, or I don't know. That's just me though.
But I feel like it works because they need to make Daredevil big. I mean, they need to make Kingpin bigger because Kingpin really was a problem, and he was a villain for multiple people at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Um, damn, I forgot what to say. I was gonna say, oh, apparently, before that restart in production for the new Daredevil show, apparently, Matt Murdock doesn't suit up till like episode 3 or 4, and it's like, what? That's sick.
That's what.
It's like, I
So
mean,
we're gonna get a lot of lawyers speak, a lot of building.
like I get it, but like episode 3 or 4, that's nuts. That's
But you know
crazy.
what? Depending on how they play it, they could use it like he's been doing Daredevil stuff the whole time.
Yeah.
But like but he accidentally slips or somebody catches him,
Uh,
and they realize that it's him, and then that's now it's like, oh, okay, like now you officially see, Daredevil for the first time in the show. Maybe that's how they'll do it. Because he can't, the first time he wears the suit or is actually beating someone's ass in the name of justice can't be the third episode.
right.
Like you just hear, like they'll probably do like if somebody got off, and then you hear a case, like whoever got off on that case, they got their ass beat by a random assailant. Winds up being him, but somebody actually catches him, and that's how we finally see him in the suit. So I don't know. I feel like they do something simple like that.
I get what you're saying. That's true. That'd be cool. But I the second trailer for Echo was like a lot shorter, but it was straight to the point. It showed the fight scene. It showed a lot of Maya, the main character, fighting. It was cool. I'm not familiar with the relationship between Kingpin and Maya, but I'm
Kingpin raised her.
yeah, I know that much, but like I'm just like
Oh,
don't
so
know.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, so like he said, like they're the same. If I remember from what they kind of backlogged into, what was that? Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
But he wanted to kind of be like her right hand, but she's trying to be a better person or like a better person overall, but she can't speak, so she all of her stuff is through like actions.
I see.
So like they're both aggressive as hell. They both beat the shit out of people. They're both actually probably better off as villains, but she's trying to be better than. But
Right.
and meanwhile, so yeah, I think so. I mean, we'll see how well it works, but
We'll see.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, let's hope so. I'm just skeptical, but I think it'll be good. I really do hope so. But it was it was a good showing. I just saw the randomest thing. Do you remember in Hawkeye? I forgot her name. Is it Unova? Black Widow's sister, little sister.
Uh huh.
It'll be. I wouldn't say it's a little whack, but it'll be weird if she shows up in either Echo or the new Daredevil show.
Well, they're gonna have to put her in one of them because they're trying to. Aren't they making a Thunderbolts movie? They have to keep
Yes,
her relevant.
they are making a Thunderbolts movie. That is true. They do need to keep some relevance in the universe. That's true. How?
And if Echo winds up being a part of that somehow, I don't know that she will. I don't know that she classically is,
Okay.
but
I
if
don't
she
know.
is, I feel like they might have to.
Yeah. I'm kind of changing topics, but I'm just gonna ask you a question. Have you seen the
Okay.
Marvels?
I have not.
Are you familiar, or have been spoiled by the secret post credit scene? Have you? No.
I, no, it has not been
Did you
spoiled to
want
me.
me to tell you? Because it's pretty good.
Go for it.
Okay, so Marvels. I'm just talking about Marvels a little bit, but it was a good movie. It was fun. It was cool. It was funny. It was witty. I wish Miss Marvel had more lines, because it kind of focused a lot more on, is it, what's her name, Carol Danvers?
Okay, Carol Danvers.
Yeah, it focused on Carol Danvers more, but it was a good movie. I will say that. Um, this post credit scene, spoilers. I'm gonna put spoilers for this one because it's huge, honestly. But it's been it's been spoiled before because if no one knows, Marvel Disney has got the rights for X-Men back now. So what happens in the post-credit scene is that so in the ending, Photon or I forget the actress's name, um she restores the multiversal rift that happens in the story, but she sacrifices herself. And so in the post credit scene, she wakes up, she sees her mom, who's in like some, I'm not familiar with that character, but she's in a suit that looks like kind of like Captain Marvel, but she has both of the bangles. But then the biggest shocker is that who's her doctor? Can you guess who's her doctor? I already kind of give you a hint, but can you guess?
Oh, Professor X,
No,
Reed,
no,
Beast.
yes. He,
Oh, what you said? What you said, Doctor? I was like, wait.
nah, just
Huh.
like it was cool because he looked really good. Apparently, the guy who played Beast in the X-Men movies from Fox, he returned to play Beast, and it was really cool. I was kind of shocked because we only seen tidbits of the X-Men and the word mutant. It's like, dude, it's like this is coming around for the
So you
X-Men,
keep going
yeah.
back to the one from Fox. So the young one or the old one?
I don't know. It will probably have to be the old one, I think, because it did look like
I'm about to say, if they got Kelsey Grammer back,
I think
that Beast was
so.
cool.
I think so because he wasn't like he was kind of like a more built beast, like the typical beast we
I say
usually
he was
see.
kind of buff.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
Kelsey
basically.
Grammer. That's lit.
That was I was shocked because like the movie was good, but Guardian Galaxy was awesome, and like it was fine. But then that post credit scene made up for the whole fucking movie, in my opinion. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. But
The fact that they got Kelsey back, that's actually pretty cool.
it was
Um,
crazy. I'm not familiar.
Nicholas Holt sucks.
I'm sorry. Oh, the other dude.
Yeah, the young Beast
Yeah.
booty cheeks.
Let's just hope I'm right though on the actor at least. But it was awesome. I love that post credit scene. But yeah, going back to Echo, you can tell me what your thoughts on Echo.
Um, I'm excited because for one, it does look like they're actually trying to do something different, like they did with Daredevil.
Yeah,
It is MA, so they're just gonna kind of lean into the brutalness of it,
definitely.
which I'm not mad about at all.
Right,
Um,
right, right, right.
they took a risk with Logan. It paid off. He took a risk. I feel like with Daredevil, it paid off.
Yeah,
Um,
you're right.
um, I like the aspect as the main character. You're not gonna get a lot of action or, you know, character development from her speaking. So they're gonna have to make sure that through her emotions, like in her face or the moments, they build enough character through the flashbacks with Kingpin, etc.,
Right,
that we understand what the moments mean, and we know they can. But I'm interested to see how well they execute it.
right. That is true. That is important actually for character development. That's true.
So I'm excited to see how well that or how they tie it all together. And then Daredevil's going to be in it. Like
I'm
some decent like some. I've been looking forward to seeing that man fight for
I'm
years at
hip.
this point.
I'm hip.
They threw him in yellow and red and She-Hulk, and it was like, yes, you didn't even smack anyone, but yes.
Right.
And
But
now I guess too, and for the gonna be cringy here, but for the inclusionary community, it's not a bad look either because you have a deaf lead, a blind, and then another blind character,
all right.
in the same show,
Yeah.
kicking ass.
Yeah.
The oversized behemoths. You got Kingpin, the
plus,
big shows of the world.
plus size.
Where about the plus size strong men and women of the world. You got Kingpin, smacking around the poor little ice cream man. Uh, That dude was just the kid probably she probably stole that goddamn ice cream. He was just trying to get his 2 pence in a shilling.
All right.
And Kingpin comes up, you yelled at that child. I don't like that. Oh, ah. Bow.
Right.
It's like,
It's
oh my
crazy.
god. Anger management, anyone? No.
Oh, he definitely has anger management problems. Uh,
Oh, for sure.
yeah. It's funny because I've been slowly watching season 3 of Daredevil on Disney Plus, and it's like I need to finish it because I just want to rewatch season 1 again and just start over the process for watching Daredevil. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's worth it. That was one of the only shows I kept up with completely.
It's great. Um, there's no words to describe how good it is. It's just like if you're watching this podcast and you haven't seen Daredevil, finish the
Please
podcast and
go see it.
then go see it because it's so
Please, please go watch Daredevil.
it's
My God.
amazing. Like I was never hip to the character from the comics, but when I saw like a trailer for Netflix, it's the reason why I got Netflix honestly to watch Daredevil, and it's so great. Random question: have you ever heard of a show called Sense8? It was on Netflix.
I have not watched it though.
Oh, okay. It was good. It's just that it had a budget for each episode that was a lot more expensive than Game of Thrones, and
Oh,
it didn't have the audience of Game of Thrones. So that was the problem. It was good. It was by the Wachowski sisters, who are the same people who did the Matrix series trilogy, I
let's
suppose.
say oh, okay, yeah, I remember now. But what do you mean the sisters?
Yeah,
But
they
I got
they
it.
transitioned
Yeah,
them.
they
Yeah,
transition.
but
I said, what do you mean? Like they didn't do what? Oh yes, they did.
right.
And I was like, oh, you fell into my trap card. I'm sorry.
But I wouldn't say I recommend Sense8 because like they ended this, they didn't cancel it, they canceled it, then there was an outcry or some shit, and then they announced a special to end it. um the special, it was okay, but I wouldn't recommend to watch it because if you want an ending, there's no good ending in my opinion. But it's been years since I seen it, but it was just a random tidbit. But yeah.
But the fact that why would they give it a budget bigger than Game of Thrones without the audience?
Well,
And Game of Thrones, you could argue, didn't deserve the budget past the point because of what they wound up doing at the end of it.
yeah, definitely because the ending. Oh, I saw Game of Thrones last year. I finished it last year. Those last 2 seasons were like, I mean, like I like what's his name, Jon Snow, but like I don't know, it's just like making that boy who couldn't walk no more king. That was so left field. Like what the.
Wasn't it Brand they
Yeah,
made King?
Brand. Yeah, they made him king for some reason. It's like, wasn't this man just like smoking, like I don't know, like getting high off of mushrooms and shit, and just like staying in the
He's
woods and
basically doing
having
ayahuasca,
visions?
and they were like, "Yeah, this is it."
Yeah, let's make him king. He seems to know what he's doing. Yeah, it's like wow. Arya was pretty cool. Um, this is a random crossover, but like, have you ever heard of this game by Warner Brothers? It's like a Smash Bros game, but like it's with like Warner Brothers characters like DC and DC. Arya Stark's in it. There's the Looney Tunes. Who else am I missing? Some Cartoon Network characters. It was called like Multiverse or Multiverses.
Something like it sounds familiar.
It came out last year. They closed. They closed. You can still play it, but they closed. I think they closed something like maybe online play or some shit. That wouldn't make any sense. Black Adam eventually appeared in that. It's just that my thing is
Oh,
like
wow.
Arya Stark was in it, so I was like, that's cool. Is Jon Snow gonna be in that game? And I'm like, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would. I mean, you would argue Jon Snow is more of the
Popular character.
you know the more
Yeah.
popular character and the one with the actual skill set.
Yeah, like
Like,
Arya Stark was more like an assassin character, which is fine. Harley Quinn was also in that game too, but guess getting sidetracked. But like, I don't know. I just feel like Jon Snow would be awesome. Like him with his sword, just I don't know, like a
with a
stick.
long sword, that would be actually pretty dope.
That would be pretty cool. I played a bit of it. I played as Garnet. I just it's just smash talk at this point because like there's a certain move she does in the air. She's just like
Uh-huh.
she just like she gets her arm and she punches you when she's like flying from when she's in the air. She just punches you down to slam dunk you to obliterate to the abyss. And it's like that was my
Uh,
favorite move from her. But she was a
but Garnet is a problem, bro. I don't care what nobody said.
LeBron
She's a fucking no. I was saying no,
Garnet.
no, no. Garnet, yeah, she's a problem. She's a monster.
Yeah, like she could see through future or your visions or some shit, and then like she has like these fists of these gauntlets. She's cool, dude. I love. Um, have you seen Steven Universe?
Yeah, well, not the whole series, but yes, I've kept up with it loosely over the
I
time.
I stopped like season 3, I believe, because I don't know why. But when my brother introduced me to Steven Universe, I was hooked. Like I watched a lot of episodes. I bought the art book. I love Garnet, but guess who's my favorite gem?
I have no idea actually.
She's my favorite because like because she's kind of a bitch and she's a villain at first, but then she kind of becomes an ally.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I can't call her
Yeah,
name.
Peridot.
Peridot. Is
Yeah,
it
she's so cool. I love her.
Yeah.
I love the voice actress. This is the nasally. I don't know. I just like her. Like Garnet is a go to for sure, but if I had to pick one, it's definitely Peridot. Yeah, just Steven Universe is a bubble of world that I want to get back into one day, but I need to advance on too many shows and shit. It's like, bro, like I don't know.
Well, it's too much good stuff. There's plenty of bad stuff.
That's true. That is true.
Bad stuff just
Yeah,
dropping left and right.
yeah.
You ever start watching something and just be like, hey yo, who greenlit this shit?
No, not really. I'm very particular what I watch. Maybe I can't think of anything honestly. Cause like usually I just watch like whatever my brother and I want to watch, and sometimes it'll be like an anime, sometimes it'll be like an old anime, and then like sometimes it'll be like recent stuff that's on Netflix or something. Like I know I mentioned this, but like we're watching the new series of Castlevania. It's called Nocturne.
Okay.
It's cool, but it's weird because like the the first series, not just Castlevania. Trevor, I like Trevor, and then like Cipher. Cypher's like she's basically the Avatar, but there's a whole bunch
Okay.
of people, and she's like OP. Like she could wield like fire, ice, lightning. It's really cool. Like there's really cool animation scenes. Like if you want to see like one of the best animation you've seen in a long time, I would recommend Castlevania for sure. Trevor with the whip and sword and some other weird Castlevania Belmont tactics and shit. Like he's really cool. Like the animation's really cool. Like he's like a badass motherfucker with whip. Like he has like a solid leather whip that's like when it gets in contact with vampires and like I guess night creatures, like they'll explode for some reason. I forget why. And it's like it's really cool. And like he does like fight with a chain makes no sense, but like when you see it when they do it, it kind of makes sense. Like they're like
Kind of makes sense.
dancing, kind of like
Is it
dancing.
anything like a Dare? What was that? Ghost Rider? Anything like
It's
that?
kind of like Ghost Rider, but I
No.
feel like Ghost Rider just chains you up, and then he just he summons his flames to engulf you. But like
Okay.
with
But they actually use it as a fighting
yeah,
style.
like they're like moving with their arms to like he'll directly whip at some dude and then he move his arms in a different direction to for it to move to the other guy that's coming towards him, shit like that. It's really good. Like Castlevania, if you like, I would recommend season 1 because it's pretty short. I believe it's only 4 or 6 episodes and each episode's roughly like 20 minutes, and it's really
Oh,
good.
okay.
Season 2 is when you get season 2 is like where it gets really juicy, but then there's like 2 more seasons. It's like it's really fucking good. And like I'm just gonna go vaguely, but in season 4, there's a really cool scene where there's this buff vampire, and it
Hmm.
was so like she's like a commander of an army, and she has like a great sword and shit. And it was like it was so reminiscent to Berserk because like how the fighting style was. She had to
Okay.
wear some armor to protect her because they got attacked during the day, and they have this special armor to protect themselves because they're vampires. And I was like,
Right.
this is so like it was so reminiscent to Berserk. Um, it's really strange because when Castlevania came out, I was really into it, but then I kind of fell off because life and just I don't know, just too much shit to watch. And it's like I don't know. I would say Castlevania is like in terms of like animation, I'll put it like top 3 for sure, at least top 3.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll definitely check it out. You say that.
yeah, it's because like animation, like I feel like when Netflix greenlights this kind of show, it's like we want it. I mean, the story was good. It's not like complicated, but I think it's just the character development, the action, the fluidity of the animation. It's
Hmm.
it's really cool. Like yeah, I'm just gonna end it there.
Kev, give me 1 second. My mother is calling me.
Okay, I'll pause. I'll pause.
All right, thank you.
No problem. And we're back. Um, I was talking about Castlevania, but just to keep it short, um, it's a good animation, good animated series. Nocturne, it's cool. It has more. Well, obviously for Castlevania, it's more of a fantasy. It's in the Dark Ages. Um,
Mhm.
so like you see the typical stuff you'll see in a Dark Age kind of thing, and in a typical medieval fantasy kind of thing. But Nocturne is set during the French Revolution, so there's a lot of different things. I guess is 1700s, I believe. Yeah, and it's like,
Okay.
yeah, it's cool. Like there's slavery. I mean, there's always been slavery, but it's more prominent in that era, I suppose. And um, you see a lot of those rich, fancy aristocrats with their wigs on and their powdered nose, and like, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil much, but I'll recommend Castlevania if you want to watch a really cool action adventure fantasy. It's really cool. Yeah, but
So I would definitely check it out.
okay. Did you have any more thoughts on Echo or yeah,
I don't know. It just looks really good. I'm excited to see it.
yeah.
And Netflix or whatever the hell Disney Plus. Thank you. Instead of dropping off 5 episodes at the same time.
I know, right? We could binge the shit out of it. Yeah. Um.
And now instead of us waiting week by week, forcing us to go into their dog water app, we
Yeah.
just look at everything at the same time,
All
which I
right.
appreciate.
Yeah. Um. Damn. I don't know what else to say. We could start into the movies, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
All right. 2023 was a big year for movies. Obviously, Barbie Oppenheimer, that was a cultural phenomenon that happened. And I didn't watch Barbie, but I did watch Oppenheimer, and it was awesome. But yeah. Did you want to start with your movies? The ones you've seen. I know I have to watch Clone Tyrone. I need to watch it.
Um, okay, I'll kind of go. I guess I'll go through the ones that I don't think you did see.
All right, cool.
Um, The Nun 2, I spent a lot of time on it, but it doesn't deserve any of it. That was one of the absolute worst movies slash horror films I've ever seen in my ever loving life.
Oh wow.
I was laughing more than anything. There was a particular scene. Well, are you ever going to watch The Nun 2?
I don't think so. I don't. It'll be weird, but I don't think so. Not my own volition. Maybe in a group setting, but not my own volition.
Okay. Well, spoilers,
I'm
spoilers.
not gonna put a spoiler warning for that one.
Well, it's fine.
I know.
We get to a point in the movie where the demon finally gets her body and whatever, and she proceeds to turn into a literal titan. Like she's fucking huge, right?
The horror movie just became a kaiju movie.
She's like she's like 8 9 feet tall and with her robe flowing in the wind, etc., etc. And the one nun who hasn't had faith because her mom or her dad passed completely, I can't give a shit which one it was. But magically, you have to believe with me. And then magically, as a demon, a 9 foot demon is towering over her, that's when she believes in Christ again. And then the blood, and then all of the wine that's on the floor, magically turns into the blood of Christ, and that melts the demon. And that's the end of the movie.
That's like the worst way to end something. What the fuck?
That's the and now I'm chopping it up a little bit, but that's effectively the end of the movie. That was the dumbest
Mm-hmm.
fucking thing. Now I know I might be scarred by Marvel, but I've also seen Thanos. Fine, I'll do it myself. And then they cut it. There's something to anticipate. You have a demon that's 9 foot tall. Let it rock. Turn the movie off. Then we come back and there's actually some. You think I'm good? If I've been Fine. If I've been scared of deep if I've been scared or not as a nun, if I haven't been believing in Christ the whole movie, you think my face can be magically restored while 9 foot agent of the agent of Satan is looming over me, laughing with its teeth, laughing with its teeth? Like, no, I'm not gonna. No, this isn't the moment. I'm more fearful now than ever before.
Yeah, that is the logical
But
conclusion you should come to.
you would, one would think,
Yeah.
but But anyway, that's the nun. That's the nun too, and also one of the worst jump scares of all time. They get to a. She runs and she's chasing this kid because she's just such a wonderful person. Chasing this kid. Hey, don't run away. Where are your parents? And out of all of Paris, they get to this random street where there's like a magazine stand, but the magazines all flip to different pages that build up to the nun, and then the nun's face, it's like just a silhouette, and then the nun's face jumps out at her, like a jump scare. That's one of the worst things, one of the worst. And they actually did it in the trailer too, so it's like we already saw it, but it was worse in person because they really tried to build up to it, like it was some real supernatural ooga booga, happenings. Like my god. Um. Oh, also there was um a one-eyed goat that somehow was in the stained glass, but or like in the stained glass. But if you looked at it through a certain angle, it would remember you did that, and then when the demon got all of her powers, it came out of the glass. But then when the demon was defeated, it just disappeared back into the glass.
It's
I don't.
that's like
Go ahead.
that's like a pointless subplot.
It is. It's a very pointless subplot.
That's
But they
weird.
they threw it. It took up at least 10 minutes worth of screen time total to complete total 10 minutes. And also, one of the nuns she guides the children to the top of a tower where they were bound to get assaulted, as opposed to out of the building and out of the surround and out of the garden. It's like take them away from it. Let it run the streets and kill other people besides the children. It just wants you. Run away. Don't run into a tower where you're stuck.
Right.
Okay, so that's the Nun 2.
Okay.
Done. Did
Yeah.
you see 65?
No. When I saw the trailer for it, I thought about watching it, but I just didn't watch it. It has Adam Driver in it. It's produced by Sam Raimi. So tell me about it.
Adam Driver's cool.
Yeah.
65 is horrible.
Okay.
This has to be one of Sam Raimi's worst things put together yet. It's a pretty movie. Lots of great set pieces, lots of decent moments. But it was not what the trailer led you to believe. I can tell you that.
Okay.
It is not what the trailer led you to believe. I'll leave that there. Um, Transformers: Rise of the Beast. You see that one?
No, I didn't see that one. I kind of forgot about it actually. It came out around the same time the new Fast movie came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about it.
Um, I'll keep it short and sweet. Somehow, Pete Davidson. So first off, Pete Davidson is like the main. He's like the new Bumblebee.
Oh,
Pete Davidson can turn, if you were his person, could turn you into Iron Man, and
mm,
then that would qualify you for a Hasbro crossover with what other properties does Hasbro have, Kev?
GI Joe.
There you go, buddy. A
Wait,
robot, a robot made you Iron Man, and that now qualifies you because you've seen some things to be a member of GI Joe.
wait, that's real. It's a crossover.
Yes.
I,
The end of the movie, the main character from the main human of Transformers: Rise of the Beast is now going to be a part of going to train to be a GI Joe member. So now that's officially a universe. Transformers and GI Joe are in the same universe
what
now.
the fuck? I don't know.
Yep.
That's kind of dumb. Like because GI Joe has its own world and shit, but to add Transformers to it, it just feels more cluttered than anything.
Oh yeah, it was gonna be cluttered. It was uh-huh. Yeah, because effectively Pete Davidson's bro like he was like the Transformer itself was killed. He was like, hey buddy, he's like, hey buddy, here's my arm, and then the arm turned into a whole Iron Man suit. and then he magically knew how to use. So he's still alive, but he's not alive.
Oh, he's just a
Um,
piece of arm now.
well, no, he's because they found all of his pieces and put them back together. It's really dumb, but I mean, it was pretty fun. You know, Transformers, boom, bang, crash,
Right.
robot, Transformers in disguise. You know, cool. Um, that was Transformers. I did have fun watching that one though. I
Did you ever
think it's like
see Bumblebee, the movie?
Bumblebee, the one with Haley Steinfeld.
I think so, and it had like John Cena in it.
Absolutely not.
I haven't seen it either.
Absolutely not. I was not. I didn't want to see. I didn't want Bumblebee to be turned into Herbie for crying out loud. Like,
Okay,
I
fair
wanted
enough.
Bumblebee to be a member of the flower of the to be a flower child. I just watched Herbie with Lindsay Lohan, which was infinitely better. Bumblebee is a fucking badass.
Yeah.
And he beat Optimus Prime's ass, not a teen girl's best friend. Woo, flowers. It's dirty and I cleaned it up because I have a plot. Like, get the hell out of here. Okay. Moving on.
Yeah.
Missing.
Nah.
You plan on watching that one?
You do it? Should I?
It's not bad. I think the premise is really, really good.
Okay.
The execution is like a 6 out of 10, which is still good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Maybe.
It's not bad, but I've you know how my brain works. And it's like I think of things of how it could have been executed a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But missing. Uh, Mom finds new boyfriend. Boyfriend takes mom on trip to foreign country. Daughter cannot get in touch with mom or new boyfriend. Proceeds to use mom's laptop and basically a whole bunch of technology to try to find mom to keep up with her. Like to try to find her. It's in a POV. It does have a couple of interesting what's it comes like the language barrier. Like it brings up like the language barrier trying to communicate with people from somewhere else. How you can use social media to help save someone. The angle is this the camera work is very minimal, but it's actually it's not overall it's not bad, but it's also like if you have nothing else to do and nothing else to watch it.
Okay.
Um, but it's not like oh I'm a lock into this. It's never gonna be your favorite movie, but you won't like immediately rush to turn it off. But with commercials on TNT, you're turning it off. You have to go all the way through it.
That's true.
Let's see. They clone Tyrone. I know you probably do want to
I
watch that
want to
one.
watch that. I need to watch that.
Yeah. Okay, so I won't spoil it.
Okay.
I will say, John Boyega is probably one of the better. I hope nothing Jonathan Majors ish happens to him because sweet Jesus, we're running out of people that are good at
Right.
their jobs when it comes to acting. But let's just say he has clearly the name of the new movie is They Clone Tyrone. I will give you one hint. You don't see Tyrone until the end of the movie. They're gonna make a universe out of this thing, and it's gonna work.
Oh, I gotta
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah, it's really good. Jamie Foxx is really good. The lady who played Photon, she's in it.
Yeah.
She's probably the best, if not the best. Like all of the, I say like to say the best downgrades everybody else's performance. This is probably one of the most evenly matched like performances from everyone. John Boyega, he's like the main character, so you get to see a lot of him. They address a lot of like kind of conspiracy theory type of things, but in a fun way. So it's not like smack you in the face with haha, community. They didn't do that,
Mm-hmm.
but it was done very well, and I'd watch it again, which is saying something for me. So, but I've only watched now, Kev. I'm giving you this. I've only watched it once.
Okay.
I'm giving you all of this, and I'm holding back, but I've only watched it once, which means it actually made an impression. So that's all you're trying to get when you make a piece of art, anyways. You're getting an impression or making, creating a moment. But they definitely made one, and I'm looking forward to what they do next. And this was this guy's first movie as well, directing it. The director and the writer. This is their first movie ever.
Oh, okay. That's impressive.
So, so with that in mind, even without that in mind, quote unquote, it's more impressive that's the case. But excuse me. But yeah, they clone Tyrone. That's a definite rewatch. I'll give it like a 8.7
Ooh.
because the costumes were there, the world building was there. Some of the makeup was a little off, but overall, they pretty much nailed a lot. Um, the only movie Shazam: Fury of the Gods. It was just fun.
Okay.
There's nothing to watch to come. The Bastards made that was pretty good. I did watch, but I didn't put it on here. But Blue Beetle, it was fun.
Oh yeah, I've seen
It
it
was
too.
definitely fun.
Um,
Definitely a good one. What were your watch count? I thought it was good. I know there was some probably cringy moments, but that's just superhero movies anyway.
yeah.
But
Um,
what were your thoughts on that one
I think
since you saw it?
I thought it was a solid superhero movie. I liked it where it came from. How like was he from No, it wasn't Cuba. Was he from Puerto Rico? Did
Hmm.
Yeah. I like the setting, the message about family. It was cool. I did like the fight scenes. Um, it did do the same thing they usually do for superheroes. Is that the villain's gonna be some negative version of you, which is like, I don't know. It's like a form you can't avoid sometimes. But it was cool at the end. Well, I'm not gonna. I mean, I guess I could spoil it, but at the end, the villain, or I guess the one he had to fight, you know, he had a chance to kill him, but he chose not to, and he became redeemed, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I forgot who was the true villain, for
It
Blue
was a
Beetle.
corporation.
Yeah, the corporation basically, and he just I think he just blew him up. The
Yeah, he sacrificed himself.
Yeah, basically. I thought it was cool. The message was cool. Um, at first, the movie sets him up to seem like he's gonna lose a lot, but he's basically winning at the end of the movie, which was nice. It's a fun movie, basically.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. It was colorful enough. I will say, in every iteration, like Blue Beetle's biggest butchacom is always either a corporation or an alien version of himself that hasn't been corrupted, quote unquote, yet. Because that's the thing with the scarab, where like Timey's scarab has been corrupted,
Mm-hmm.
but it's because it built a relationship with Ted Korg. So at least that is their like that particular character that's canon.
Yeah.
So at least they kind of at least for this one you can kind of give it a pass. Unfortunately, every movie, every second or third movie ever does it when it comes to superheroes because you kind of have to. Hell, even Superman did it because they gave us Zod and whatever the other one's name was. But um, at least I'll give this one a pass to some degree because that's all you ever see Blue Beetle fight. His biggest battles are either against the alien version himself having been corrupted, or the corporation because they're trying to because they're kind of trying to replicate quote unquote an alien technology. So I'll
Right.
give them that.
Right. That's
But
true.
overall, it was cool.
It was cool.
Family aspect was there. I
Yeah.
fuck with it.
Yeah.
Let's see. The only other movie here that I want to, Justice League War World was a bit of a, it just, I don't think it's been out long. It's animation, DC animation. It's
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Um, it's good. It'll throw you for a bit of a loop, and you don't watch it when you're tired. You'll be like, huh, what?
It's
Because you randomly like, what? It's Mongol. I didn't like that part. I think he's one of the worst fucking villains ever.
right.
But overall, it was pretty good. Um, they did a lot like, hey, this seems familiar. These suits look familiar. What's going on? Wow, why is this in color and this is in black and white? So some of it was annoying until you realize at the end, like how Mongol is doing it is it's cool because clearly Mongol has like I don't think he has a real power base from what I'm remembering. At least he's not used often enough for you to have a ready. I don't have a readily available power scale in my mind for him, but Justice League War World, cool little DC movie, like DC animation, like they usually are. The only movie that I would say that I was the most excited for and the most let down by was Silent Night.
Uh, IGN gave it a bad review, but tell me about it.
And IGN got it right. I don't know what it was, but whatever IGN gave it, take it down another point and a half. Okay, it was so like okay, so everybody's like, "Oh, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Oh, this is a Christmas." Like we're always trying to backlog some action movie into being a Christmas movie, right?
Hmm.
This was actually a Christmas movie or an action movie set during Christmas. So you had a chance to solidify yourself as one of the better films, if not the definitive. Like because now we got because now or at least last year we got Silent Night with DK Harborough
Hmm.
and huh
Yeah, I just said
oh but Silent Night last year oh not Silent Night whatever it was that
that
huh?
movie.
Violent Night okay thanks but Violent Night that was really good. That there should be no more attempts on action movies when it comes to Christmas ever again. Because if they're gonna turn into what Silent Night became, take me out. We don't need to greenlight anything else. Just make it Violent Night and call it a day. Okay.
Right.
Silent Night. So you know the premise of it, the basis, or you
Um,
want me to spoil it?
you
You
could
ever
you could
plan on
talk.
watching it?
I don't think so, but you could talk about it. I don't really know much about it.
Okay. Silent Night. Long story short, human lives near gangs. Gangs attack humans. Human's child gets shot. Human gets shot in the throat.
God damn.
Human cannot talk anymore. Human loses child. Human cannot communicate his emotions and grows further apart from away from his wife. Hides in garage.
Oh wow.
Human takes it upon himself to be Batman. Human is not Batman. Human is human.
Right.
Um, Random cop is random cop. Random cop risks his life taking a lead on human that's human and gets shot. Human gets shot multiple times. No, barely any training before this, outside of what's the what you call 'em? They have the a Bowflex. Like imagine basically silent. There it is. Silent Night is human loses family, uses Bowflex to get in shape, and becomes a vigilante.
That's weird. I mean, it's kind of funny actually.
If you put it in that what you call 'em, maybe be a lot better. But villain is villain. Villain is bad guy, evil, touches girls, uses the drugs, yells at his subordinates. Just the overall bad guy.
Right.
He sees someone coming at him with gun, laughs, chuckle, chuckle. Has large face tattoo, easily identifiable.
Right.
Like he's it's I guess that's the thing. They made it seem like it'd be something really different and it was just like a whole bunch of stereotypes,
Uh.
like clustered into one, but they were done poorly.
Okay.
Here's the other thing that's like this was honestly so this is I don't know what the writer had on the director because it was the director from the first John Wick. You could tell in certain moments that there was some influence. Like you could tell, like if some of the scenes were shot really well, etc. But it was like there's always something missing. It's like this is John Wick if you ordered it off a Wish and it got here 4 months late.
Or Temu.
No, no, Timu wouldn't do this. It wouldn't be this bad.
Oh, okay.
This
Okay.
is this is set in Chris. This is John Wick set in Christmas with none of the like. John Wick doesn't talk either. Like he doesn't do a lot of talking.
He doesn't.
This guy didn't do any talking, but like there's no character development. Even in the saddest moments, you feel worse for the wife than you do the actual main character.
Oh my god.
It's like you feel worse for her because it's like God, this dude is an ass. Like I know you can't talk, but you can't write a letter. You can't hold your wife. You can't like you both lost a child. Cool. Like
Right.
I didn't like you both lost a child and you lost your ability to speak, but he just went into like F the world type. Like he's just sitting in his garage throwing back bottles. And honestly, Kev, I cannot tell you what the final moment of reckoning was when he decided. He literally just like I don't remember what the event was, but he walked into the office, walked into his little garage, and just slid every bottle of open and unopened liquor into the trash can and started working out to be Diesel to go and become a vigilante. It's like, what happened? You were drinking your life away for the last X amount of months, and now kill them all December 24th. Yeah, yeah, pump this iron, but he can't talk. He's, he's like screeching at the screen. It was bad,
Okay.
and this was like an hour after. I think it's like 30 minutes after we saw the movie. I couldn't remember what was the final straw that pushed him to make the change to go work out like that, or to become a vigilante and kill them all. I can't tell you what it was.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you 30 minutes after. So that's the only thing that's on the list. That's like, why? Fast X. There's one word: family. Um, um, Asteroid City. It was a little weird, but it's Wes Anderson. I liked it. Good performances overall. And that's the thing too. I think what most people, I know, I said a little weird. It was supposed to be, at least I believe it's supposed to be like a play being told. Like, hey, I'm writing a play, and this is the reenactment of, or this is the acting of that play. It was like a story within a story
Mm-hmm.
being acted out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's not necessarily being like understood. I might be totally wrong. So if I'm wrong too, fuck it. It was a decent movie though. It looked good. It's Wes Anderson. Touched my little, you know, my little butcher of weirdness. I fuck with it. I'd watch it again. Well, I watched it 3 times. So
Oh wow.
yeah. So yeah. Oh, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I feel like Marvel, given how everything worked out with Jonathan Majors, I feel like Marvel knew it might go wrong because we never saw Kang win.
Oh okay.
Like in Quantumania, he lost. You saw Loki, right?
Season 1, yes, not season 2.
You haven't seen season 2. Christ, Kevin.
I'm sorry. I just
Okay,
I'll
well,
pick it up. I'll pick it up.
well, through season one and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, we haven't seen Kang win yet.
Oh okay.
So I feel like Marvel might have known what was coming.
I don't know. I feel like they have to stick with Kane because they've been building it up for a while now.
They're gonna no, he's lost the role, and it's rumored they're gonna try to pivot into making it Doctor Doom.
That'll be cool. I don't
It'll
care.
be cool, but I was looking forward to having Kang because like we could build because we don't have the Fantastic Four yet. You can't have Doom without the Fantastic Four.
That's true. Well, the only tidbit they got was what's his name? John Krasinski from The Office. He was Doctor Reed in the Doctor Strange sequel. That was it.
Oh yeah, but it's somebody.
It was rumored.
Then they did
Pedro.
Pedro Pascal,
Yeah,
right?
it was rumored.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. There has not been anything official. I don't know. We'll see. It's probably
yeah.
likely. I mean, he's old. And we're back. It's not like we
Oh
ever
no,
left. It's not
never left.
it's not December 31st or anything.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Totally the 30th.
Totally the 30th. Okay, so we wrapped up with Dre. We're gonna talk about my movies I've seen of 2023. Um this morning I remembered a movie I saw. You ever heard of the movie? This is a movie that's by the same people who are the movie I'm gonna talk about. You ever heard of Crazy Rich Asians or something?
Yes, I have. That came out this year.
No, that came out a couple years ago.
Okay,
The
okay.
producers for that movie made a new movie called Joyride. I saw that one, and
Heard
I,
about it, but I didn't see it. Talk to me. Talk to me.
okay, so it was my brother's decision. Like it was his, like, hey, we should watch this, and I was like, huh, and my friends were here. It was last minute, and I was like, sure, and I watched it, and I'm like, it's such a crazy. It's such a. I need to watch a Crazy Rich Asians, because I that kind of movie was just so it was a comedy. It was a comedy. It it was just crazy. Like you ever seen that clip where like it's like two little Asian girls, and then like there's this white kid and he's like, sorry, no ching chongs here, and then like and then the little Asian chick's like, fuck you, and he punches the little white kid. I'm like, bro.
Hell?
Yeah, it's a really cool movie. You know the chick who plays in the daughter in Everywhere Everything at Once?
Yeah,
Stephanie something Shu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I
But
don't know her name.
she appears in that movie as well. But
Oh, okay.
I would it's all it's you know obviously it didn't do well in the box office, but critically it did well. Um, I would say like out of most, it's pretty much most underrated movie. I would have to start with, yeah, because most of these movies I've seen are basically movies that have they're basically like triple A, blockbuster hits, that kind of thing.
Okay, fair
Y-
enough.
Yeah. Oh, I can give you a synopsis of the movie. Okay,
Okay, you're talking.
so it's funny because I mentioned that scene of the playground incident where like some white kids being conflicting to those two Asian chicks. So
Which is crazy.
before that scene, um, this white parents come up to these Asian parents. They're like, "Hey, are you guys Are you guys Asian?" Like, yeah. And then like, "Oh, can your daughter play with our daughter?" And then they're thinking the Asian parents are thinking like, "Why would our daughter want to? Why would your daughter want to play with our daughter? Like, there's a whole bunch of kids here. Like, what makes us so special?" And then it turns out they're foster parents and their kid. No, they're foster parents and their daughter's Asian. She's adopted. And then
Oh, okay.
like it turns out like what's the word? So they do a flashback, like they grow older, like they're young adults. The main character is not the one who punches the white kid. That's her friend, and she's like this artsy, like she likes to draw dicks and shit, and like she's very like she's kind of like a tomboy. She kind of has like a rebellious spirit. The main character, she like grows up, like she's successful. I think she's in a law firm. She plays pickleball with her boss and shit like that. But then like I forget the reason why they go to Korea, I believe, because
Hmm.
one of their friends is getting married, I believe. I don't remember the movie that well. But no, I'm sorry. They don't get married. It's a business trip. And you know, how do I say it? I want to say like a slur, but I want to like because I remember we said this joke. Do you think this is appropriate if I mention like you know how like you're like for me for example I'm Hispanic but I'm kind of like I'm basically white because like I don't really speak that much Spanish. I don't really like I'm not like instilled with my heritage is the word. I guess I'm gonna keep it that way.
Okay.
So like the main
Yeah.
character, she doesn't speak a lot of Korean. So her best friend who speaks is very fluent in Korean, they go on a business trip together because they're trying to seal a deal. Their business partner is kind of their meeting place is at a club, which is crazy for a meeting place.
That's
And
weird.
and then like they go like balls deep and they get drunk and shit. Like they're having the time of their lives. And then it's kind of like Hangover. It's kind of like Hangover a little bit. I only seen Hangover 3, I believe. Um
Okay.
so she screws up the business deal, but she's trying to like figure out how to make it up to them. And then it's kind of crazy. I'm just gonna end it here. Um, they go on this train because they're trying to like fix the problem, but they kind of made it worse. Some regular looking white chick just walks into their train room, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, cool, whatever." She's cool. She seems normal. And then the train staff are doing random searches, and then she basically take the white chick just takes all her drugs out and she just throws it at them, and she was like, "All right, you gotta help me because you gotta help me consume all this ecstasy and shit, or you guys are criminals. You guys are accessories." And then they started doing it was crazy, and it's like
Oh my
it's
god.
a
You
it's a
know
gr-
I would lose it.
it's a funny movie,
Oh,
like honestly, like I've seen some funny movies, but I think that one takes the cake in terms of funniness and definitely underrated movie. Joyride.
I would lose it. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Like it's really funny. Like there's this moment. There's this scene where like um it's like a you know how they will switch between scenes of three characters and like two of the characters are basically horny for some reason. One of the reasons why is that one of them took ecstasy and like it's really stupid because um that character is faking that she's like innocent and pure, but in reality she's basically like a slut. Like she's basically like a whore, and she does drugs, and then she has a tattoo on her pussy, and it's like it's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then like so she's like she's horny because of the ecstasy, and they're at this resort because the best friend who's artsy goes to the hotel. They go to a hotel room. No, they get stranded after the train scene. They get stranded, and then a bus passes by. Turns out it's the best friend's friend. How I say it? It's like the best friend finds out that who was in the bus was a basketball team, and who was in the basketball team was one of their best friends. And like they take them to this hotel. The horny chick who's off who she because she's horny because of SSC. She's at the gym for some reason because they got tired of each other, so they're kind of like it's a your own separate day kind of day. And then like there's a massager something, I don't remember, some massager gun.
Mm.
And what ended up happening is that chick, she basically breaks this guy's like, I don't know if his leg or his balls or something. What ended up happening is that three of the characters, for some reason, because they were horny or some shit, they injured like three basketball players, and it was like, and then it was really funny because like the one who saved them from being stranded got mad at them. It's like, are you serious? You ruined the team. Now like who's gonna play this or that? It's like it's crazy.
It sounds chaotic, and
It
we
is.
all know how I am with chaos.
I don't know what streaming service it's on, but it's really good. All right, I'm gonna go off this other one. This is on Netflix. It's called Nimona.
Okay,
You ever heard
that was
of?
the animation, right?
Yes, this is an animation. You ever heard of Mitchell's versus the Machines?
Mitchell versus the Machine. It sounds familiar.
It's also on Netflix. Well, it's not a Netflix show, but it's been on Netflix for a while. Just to keep it short, is that these are the same. I'm believing the same producers and animation studio who develop Into the Spider Verse and Across the Spider Verse.
Hmm.
They did Mitchell versus Machines and they did Nimona. Um, I would say either one's fine to watch, but Nimona, I saw it like maybe beginning of the year or like June or something. But like it was based on I think it's a French webtoon, I believe. Anyone can
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong, but it was really funny because like so what the setting is like you live in this city, but it's basically kind of like a fantasy, and there's this great evil that occurred like 1,000 years ago or so, and then like the police system is like the only thing that's against that evil, but the evil occurred like so long ago, so it's kind of like a thriving city. um
Okay.
the main character is a knight. He's gonna get promoted to become a knight, and he gets blackmailed. I'm just gonna put it like simply, he gets blackmailed, and then this mysterious girl is tries to save her, but her intentions are kind of like a little off because like she's not really saving him. She believes that he did what he did, that he killed I think it was the queen or something, and she wants to become a villain with him, and it's really funny. It's really funny. I would say it
Oh,
has really good writing. Like it's just a funny movie to watch.
oh,
And
that's not at all what I thought that was.
what you thought it was?
It didn't look. No, I won't say it's not what I thought, but it didn't look like. It looked like he was trying to like stop her type of shit, but then she was. But if okay, that would explain the limited like ads or stuff I saw for it.
Right.
That gives great context to. Okay, wow, that wasn't okay. I'll probably watch it now.
It it was my favorite movie to watch. Honestly, I'll rewatch it because it was I liked it a lot. And
And you know who I am too. When I see ads being pushed to me, it's like I'll watch it when I want to.
that's true.
Fuck the system, and then oh, never mind.
That's
I
true.
feel
Okay. Um,
Okay, I'll check that out for sure. Okay.
yeah, check it
No.
out. It's on Netflix. I think it's like an hour and some change. It was good. I liked it a lot. I can't remember much else from it. Um, no, it was good. Simply. Now, another one I'm gonna mention. I'm just gonna take this off the list. Evil Dead Rise. Evil Dead Rise. It was good. It was cool. I liked it a lot. It was the probably the only horror thing I saw. Um, they dipped their toes into like body horror, and
Okay.
um, it was really cool because they made the main character's mom possessed by a deadite, and then she's like, I don't remember the phrase, but basically she's like filled with maggots and shit. There's a scene where like, um, when they realize she's possessed, the family, she's like cracking eggs and just throwing like she's just like throwing eggs into like a skillet with the skillet on high, and she's singing like a
Oh
lullaby and
shit.
shit, and it's like wow, and I,
Man,
I,
that's insane.
yeah, and I believe because most movies have to be based on L.A. now, but it was based in L.A. and
Oh, of
like
course, either LA, New York, or New York that looks like Chicago.
right, and the power went out before the book before I guess the Deadits escape. I forget how what oh I remember. Beginning of the movie, main character's little brother, they is it a recording or they find Necronomicon?
Oh,
I think they find maybe it's both. They found the Necronomicon and he's reading off the passages and that activates the Necronomicon the Deadites I mean. And it's like, oh okay, that's how it starts. And I was like honestly, it's a good movie. I've been wanting to rewatch it. When I saw the body horror, they're like so in the end of the movie, spoilers, but it's on Max. I might put spoilers. Um, so at the end of the movie, the mom fuses with a whole bunch of deadites, and it becomes like this giant, like not so big, but like big. I guess bigger as a room or something. And it's like it was huge and freakish. Everyone died except the main character who is like she's just a girl, like she's like the older
I think like
sister.
plot armor, like a plot armor shit.
I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't say like she got lucky. No, I wouldn't say that. But
Okay.
like it was cool at the end. She wielded a chainsaw. It was a good movie. I definitely want to rewatch it. Um, I at one point earlier this year, all of the Evil Dead movies were on Max, but they're no longer there except the new one, Evil Dead Rise. So I'm like, I wanted to watch the 2013 Evil Dead, which I heard was pretty good as well. But I would say I'm gonna rank these movies that I watched, but I would say I mean it's my only horror movie, so I would say it was pretty high. But like I have seen
It
some
sounds
really good
scarier than the
movies.
nun. I'll tell you that.
I'm sorry.
I said it sounds scarier than the nun. I can tell you that.
Oh, it I haven't seen The Nun too, but Evil Dead does
Don't.
not disappoint unless
I
it's
promise you. Don't.
Army of Darkness. I'm joking because I actually I didn't mention this back in May. I didn't know who Bruce Campbell does this. Bruce Campbell's the guy who voices he plays as Ash Williams, the main character for usually the Evil Dead franchise.
Mm.
He was doing this tour around the nation where he called it Bruce Orama. He basically he'll do like a quiz game about nerdy topics, then he'll do a Q&A, and then he'll play the movie Ash versus Army of Darkness. It was the third movie in the franchise, and
Uh,
it's more of a comedy. Ash is he spit into medieval times, but the Necronomicon's with them, but someone else has it, I believe. And it's a
oh,
good, it's okay movie. I wouldn't like put a like if I had to be serious about ranking like every movie I've seen, I wouldn't even put like maybe top 30. But it's a good movie. It has a lot of funny bits, but like it's just I don't know. It's just like I seen it again. It was like it's okay. It's just not. I don't know. But Evil Dead Rise, the only horror movie I saw, but it was good. It was definitely good. I know Talk to Me came out this year. I just didn't see it because I saw so many fucking movies. So I
I'm
just didn't see
not
it.
gonna lie. So I made the mistake of watching the ending explained on YouTube.
For you to talk to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he does a really good job of covering stuff. He always said, like spoilers, whatever. But after watching that, I was like, huh. It's a very interesting topic, and I'm sure there'll probably be a second one, so you'll definitely have an opportunity to watch it.
Okay.
But it's actually a really good premise. So wasn't horrible, but I'm not mad I didn't see it in theaters. But it actually looks pretty good. You probably enjoy the overall of the movie. So yeah, check that one out. That's probably worth it.
Okay, I definitely watched that. I remember I don't know who I follow on Instagram, but someone say that they're ranking their top 10 horror movies of this year, and they ranked that movie Talk to Me, like, I believe 3 or 4, and they were like, they said that they didn't understand the hype behind it because like it wasn't apparently based on them, it wasn't that scary, and I was like, oh, I mean, okay,
It's
but
more of a I won't even say like Jordan Peele does like the psychological like horror thriller type thing, the one that kind of make you think a lot.
yeah,
Sam Raimi, and I'm sure some others that I'm missing right now. Just first names popped in mind. Do a lot more like visually jarring type stuff.
that's true.
And then there's like the classic, we're gonna hit all of the things. I would say it's more of a visually. I'll say it actually is. They did really well considering that it was like I think it was their first movie for real.
Oh, okay,
The directors, and the writer too. That was their first movie,
right,
but I think it's a little blend of like visual and then like shock factor because you're not expecting this to happen. And they do a lot more, and character wise, they do a lot of at least decent building. But it's a horror movie because of the aspects and the supernatural type of thing. It's not like a horror like jump scare. It's like a oh shit, ooh, it makes you cringe. It makes you kind of like uncomfortable type of thing.
right.
That's my probably my vibe from it. But it's worth watching though. I mean, out of all the horror movies that came out this year, to me, it seemed like it was worth it. So that would be my 20-second analysis.
I will definitely put on my list. I do have a horror buddy we watch together sometimes whenever she visits. Hi Claudia, if she's listening to this. But I will definitely watch it. Um, we talked about Blue Beetle already, so I'm just gonna skip that one.
We
Let's
talked. I
see.
mean, what were your overall thoughts? I know you said it was a fun movie, but did
It
you
was.
appreciate the
It,
characters
I saw it in
in the second? I know
theaters.
you're that person. Okay. Oh, you saw it in
I
theaters.
saw it in
Okay.
theaters. It was fun. Um, it's always strange when like I think it's like I don't know if it's just me a personal problem with me, but like my least favorite part of the movie was like when he loses the scarab and like he's trapped and like he has to be saved. I think that's my like, least favorite part of the movie, which is interesting because I think it just means like I don't like to be helpless. That's probably it.
I understand. Those
Yeah.
scenes with Spider-Man pissed me off too. Tom Holland Spider-Man. You want Spider-Man? You can do it. I'm like, you're fucking Spider-Man, my boy. Like, remember the comic strips where you and Wolverine for any amount of time were throwing blows. What the fuck? Hello, Omega level mutant fighting. I don't know. I mean, he might be Gamma. He might not be Omega. Let me not, expose my lack of nerddom here. But actually, Wolverine is not the Omega level mutant. Only the Dark Phoenix in Professor X. And it's like, all right, shut the fuck up. But
Right.
but I'm saying, well, but Wolverine is a fucking beast. Like Spider-Man is, I don't know, and I guess that's part of the progression of Tom Holland Spider-Man. It's like, oh, I'm helpless. Tony Stark is dead. I don't have the tech. Oh my god, but he got out of it. It's like, okay, he had his moment. So story-wise, fine. But in the moment, it's like, get the fuck up.
Right.
I hate that. But yeah, it's probably this thing. It's like feeling helpless. It's like,
Yeah.
get up.
Yeah.
Get the get the fuck up. Stop it.
I,
Yeah,
I,
but go ahead.
I
Sorry.
will say it was cool that they had like a little gunship for the original Blue Beetle, or I don't know.
That was cool. I
Yeah.
could say I didn't include that, but I appreciate that they went like they mentioned and kind of tied in the first version of Blue Beetle, then the Tech Cord, without shoving it down your throat
Yeah.
and giving you Jaime instead of. instead of respectfully. They gave you someone of culture, or that they gave you a cult character that was true to the what you call like true to the comics without abusing the old stuff and making you rewatch some old bastards, respectfully, some old bastards, origin story to get to the new guy 5 movies later, and then never mind, we're gonna recast everyone, burn it all down.
That's true. Did you ever see Narcos?
Narcos, no.
Oh, okay, never mind. Cause
I do. I mean, you can tell me. I do. It's one of those that just I have to add it to a list, but there's so much shit to watch.
I'm hip. I agree. Narcos is one of those movies, not movies, TV series I would definitely rewatch. But like, um, Jamie's dad is also the actor who plays in Narcos. He becomes a prominent drug power after they capture Pablo Escobar or killed him. I mean, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. He's So it
Yeah,
was
that was that. I don't know his name, but he's a hell of an actor.
he's yeah.
He's really good.
When I saw him in the movie, I was like, holy! I was like, wait, this guy looks familiar, and I was like, oh, it's that guy from Narcos. I was like, oh my god, it's crazy. Like, not only got George Lopez, they also got the guy from Narcos. It's like, what the fuck?
And not gonna lie, George Lopez was not too much.
Oh,
Just
I thought he killed it. I thought he did well.
yeah. I was like, I know, sometimes they did it. Oh, and Grandma was a fucking savage with the goddamn. She
Mini,
came out of nowhere with a little braid, and the
minigun.
braid out her back. The minigun. It's like, hey, Grandma, I see you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But I would say Blue Beetle was fun to watch. I will say that. But like in terms of like tiers, I feel like I like the Marvels, but I feel like both Blue Beetle and Marvels are like on a lower tier, of my opinion. Just like it's a
On
fun
the C tier,
movie.
when you go C or D.
I would say I would say a C, like a C plus for both of them. I would say a C plus for sure. I'm actually gonna put those down. C plus. But
Okay.
it was fun. It's not there's not a C plus doesn't mean it's bad. It just means like
Oh no, not at all.
it just could have it had the potential to be better, greater, but it was good to say the least.
Well, but
Um,
it could have been Thor: The Dark World, for crying out loud.
Dora Lockworld's like I've seen it twice. I don't know why I saw it
Oh, it's
third
one of the
second
worst
time.
movies ever.
It's a terrible movie. It's funny because that director, because you know how the Zack Snyder cut actually happened. That director was like, "Well, where's my cut gonna be?" It's like, well, I don't think anyone wants to rewatch Thor: The Dark World, so that's not gonna happen.
If I legitimately, so I knew like when like as Marvel was building up, I remember watching Captain America, the first Avenger, and be like, damn, this movie is slow. And then
Yeah.
I watched The Dark World, and it was like, wow, this is stupid. And then I tried to go back, like, because I tried to have my Marvel rewatch, and it was like, God, I turned it off. I couldn't do it. I
Like
made it through. I made it through Captain America, but I could not do Thor: The Dark World. And it's like, oh, it was bad. I think when they did when Thor had to go back in time and and get his um
Hammer.
and get his hammer, they did better. Like that little reference was better than that entire movie. No bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Which
That
means
little reference.
that says a lot because a movie has so many opportunities to capture a scene, and then one scene did it better than the whole movie. That's crazy.
I swear. Oh my god, it was dark. It was gray. I couldn't give a shit about like the villains. Like the big bad was just it was just a random. It's like we're gonna knight you into becoming a raging monster, and it's like this is just dumb. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's
Moving on.
fine. That's fine. I forgot what I was gonna say though. Um, Ragnarok definitely saved Thor, and like
Oh, for sure.
yeah, because Ragnarok was like it was such a great movie. That's it. Have you seen Love and Thunder?
I did see Love and Thunder actually.
What do you think of it?
Love and Thunder. So the best part of the movie was completely underutilized, being being Christian Bale.
Yeah,
Completely underutilized. I was really excited because that storyline is, at least in the comics,
it's great.
it's a lot, and you actually get to see him take out these gods, and it's a great motivation for a villain, even if it's for a one off on a movie. like you get to see Thor become like God King Thor or whatever it is, like or All Father, whatever, like whatever version of Thor that is. But it's like you see a lot happening. Stiff, she just got fucking murked,
I
as opposed to like it was good.
I actually bought like I don't know which volume of that storyline. Probably the first one. But I bought like a big book of it because I wanted to read it. Because remember when it first came out, I was like I was reading it at the library and I was like, damn, this is good. Like this is great. I never finished it, but I was like, damn, this is awesome.
It really is, and like oh my god, and then yeah, it's if you I know I keep saying like if you haven't read it, like go ahead, but that shit is actually really fucking good. Like they did something, but that's the like for Love and Thunder for what it was all right. Those fucking goats irritated my soul. I'm like the first like 2 3 times like oh, okay that's pretty cool, but then and then the hammer or the axe being jealous like a girlfriend that was kind of dumb. Didn't
Yeah,
necessarily love that.
nah, nah.
Like that was taking the weird and wacky of Taika Waititi a step too far for me, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's what we ball.
We ball. I just feel like the Russo brothers really nailed down the Thor we want to see a lot during Endgame or
Yeah,
Infinity War. I mean,
yeah, definitely, definitely.
but
Because it's like he's a goofball. He's a cut. Like you gave him a legitimate like you're humanizing a god, and sometimes that's what you want to see, but it was done well.
yeah,
And then at the end, it's like he was putting in fucking work. Like you don't
definitely.
need a million moments of hilarity to be a light character and or a good character. Tony Stark was just an asshole that was being sarcastic, and so was Doctor Strange. They're almost the same person. One is just magical, one is just a billionaire.
That is
But
very true. That's very true.
but we like both of them. And now Doctor Strange is kind of like I guess, is he the face of the MCU right now?
He kind of is. I mean, because Supreme Strange in the What If series, like he's a badass and he's awesome. But
Supreme Strange. Oh my god, Supreme Strange was crazy. But go ahead.
I loved it. But damn. I'm gonna I'm gonna go on Wish, then I'm gonna go for Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. I saw Wish like 3 weeks ago. I don't understand the hate for it. I'll give it a solid C, just because like it wasn't my favorite movie, but I appreciate it for what it was. Um, it was a solid movie. I don't understand the hate for it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's a great movie. No, it's not my cup of tea. It's not my favorite movie. Like I don't watch a lot of children animations, but like I would watch like Nimona or like Mitchell versus the Machines over Wish. Like
That's fair.
I mean, sure, there's some witty stuff, but then it also has musical parts, and it's like, no, that's not me. And it's like the villain, he was okay. It was weird because in a sense, the villain, he it's kind of funny because like he was like the only sorcerer in his nation that could make wishes and shit, but he had the prejudice to like make which wish and what kind of wish. Like he chose which wish should become reality, and which was,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
that's all right. But then like but in a sense, if because like when you join their nation, you give your wish away to him and you forget about it. If you were born there, once you turn 18, you give your wish, your dream, and then you wish that one day he's gonna have a ceremony for your wish. And it's like, in a sense, he has like millions of wishes, and he's just keeping to himself. He was not a hero. He was not a really good leader. Um, he was all right. I just think like I wouldn't. I mean, if someone plays it again, I would watch it again, sure, but I wouldn't watch it like by my like. I wouldn't choose to watch it if it was just me. Now, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was last year, came out last year, but I saw it in February. Um, it was pretty awesome. I'll have to say that. It was pretty
That shit was
awesome.
really good.
It was really good. It's crazy because like in the beginning of the movie, it was already kicking. It was already like kicking ass. Like it was like, oh, it's Puss in Boots versus a giant. And it was like such a climactic, like not climactic. It's a very cinematic scene, and it was like very like I don't know, like chest puffed out, like it was just fucking. It was just a great. That was a great opening, and then like
It was.
yeah, and I would say like that's a B plus in my opinion. That's definitely a B plus.
You
Yeah,
know, and you know the crazy part is,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
is DreamWorks one of the better studios like that we have right now? Because like they keep giving us Kung Fu Pandas, but they're good. Like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was really fucking good.
It
Like it
was.
gave like even the fight scenes were clean. You like you weren't mad. I know like the little pie eating bastard was annoying, but other than that, like overall it was like I'm gonna like I can watch like I've watched that movie twice.
Oh, Puss in Boots, the Last
Yeah,
Wish.
I've watched it twice. Yeah, because it was like, damn, that was really fucking good. And I just went and turned it on again just to watch it again. I
Yeah,
watched YouTube videos about it just because it's like because they executed it really well. It was. So I'll give you that. It's a B plus, if not like
it could
it's like
be.
an 89.8.
It could be an
It
A.
could easily be an
Honestly,
A.
it could be
It
an
could
A.
easily be an A.
Are we including S rank? Should we?
We can, yeah,
All
we
right.
can
I
include
guess.
that.
I guess I give it an A then. I just give it a solid A for Puss in Boots. Honestly, like no, I'm not
Yeah, it
saying
earned it.
the Mona is not bad, but in terms of action scenes, Puss in Boots is way better. But I will say Nimona is written really funny. It has some really funny dialogue. Yeah,
But yeah, if you say that, I'm gonna check it out because
yeah.
I recommendation McGee here.
I know, right? I used to. I remember I was in a friendsgiving, and I told some people because because you knew me because we you know me for a long time, and like you remember in Unity like I used to like I used to crack jokes and shit and like just be funny and like it's like a good time around kind of person.
Yeah,
Now it's like I don't even care. I cannot. I mean, I could crack a joke, but like, if I had to crack a joke to save someone's life, I'm not gonna lie. It's a 50-50. You might die that day. It might be my fault, but I might say something funny. I might say something dry. But it's not the same anymore. It's just like I used to have a friend who told me like, yeah, during those times, I was kind of a low key, a little unhinged. I'm not gonna lie,
I'm
but
still in his Kev.
I wish I was that way. I'm just like I'm just chill. It's like I'm just mellowed out now. I don't know why. I don't even do like weed or anything. I'm just a mellow person. Yeah,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. I mean, stuff happens, life change. I say life, but shit happens, things change, people
definitely,
change, shit happens. But it's
definitely.
not a bad thing either, because when you have your moments, like, oh hey, it's like, but and I mean, I'm not. If anything, I'm more out of my shell. I just like making people smile, and if I got to do some goofy shit to make that happen, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
That's good. That's
I
good.
don't take myself so seriously. It's like, oh, I can't make a joke. I'm a professional.
That's me.
There's
That's
way too
me.
many people like that.
I mean, I can crack a joke. It's just sometimes I don't know. Just I'm not in the zone, or it's just a feeling. But yeah. Let's see. Puss in Boots. I'll just talk about Super Mario Bros. Have you seen it?
I have not. Not gonna lie. I
Um.
missed the.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna expose myself here.
Go for it.
Um, when Sega was Sega and that sort of thing was really big.
Mhm.
I was a Sonic person,
Oh, okay.
and by the time they made a Sonic movie, I was I was out. I
I
didn't
mean,
care. And the only part that pissed me off is because like I will watch them eventually,
mhm.
but in the moment it's like I could not care less
Mhm.
about Sonic. But then they got Jim Carrey. It's like, okay, I'm gonna have to watch it eventually because that you talk about unhinged.
Oh, he is the
uh,
master.
Talk about somebody committing to a bit or a role
Fuck yeah.
of what, whatever type of role it is, he commits, and it's impressive.
It's
He's really fucking good at it.
one of my favorite movies. I would say probably like top 10 or maybe top 15. I don't know. Is The Mask. It's such a.
Mask and the Grinch.
I haven't seen The Grinch. I may have to watch it, but The Mask is just a good time. It was like it's low key like one of the first superhero movies that did it right.
I swear it was like it was just wacky, but it's like, but he committed so hard to it,
Yeah,
you believed it.
yeah.
The
Uh,
first time I saw Jim Carrey without the mask, like, what the fuck is this? It's like, oh, this is the same guy that did the Grinch. Holy shit!
right. That's true. But what was it? Oh yeah, Super Mario Bros. I will say this much about Sonic. I never been into Sonic, but I always wanted to play Sonic, but I just never did. Um, that's probably because like when I was growing up, I didn't really have like access to too many video games. My parents were more another. They were pretty religious, so they thought like they thought video games were the work of the devil and shit. And I just look at them like you kind of look a little dumb right there, but whatever. I'm sorry.
I agree. I had to. Okay, if we're going there, what high school
Yeah.
when I first played GTA 5 was my because I came out I guess close to my senior year of high school. I borrowed one of my friends' discs to play it on 360.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had to borrow one of his games. Like I had to borrow his disc and sneak it into the house
I see.
and play it like when my mother wasn't there because there was no way on God's green earth until I had my own money I was gonna be able to buy Grand Theft Auto, Grand Thievery, and then Cars. Like the name of the game is a fucking it's a crime. So
Yeah,
like
it's
there was and then this the fifth version of it. Absolutely not. So, but yeah, no. So I completely understand. My first gaming thing was a green Game Boy Color
okay.
from a yard sale,
Oh, okay.
and they literally gave it to me for $1 because I knew them, and they were like, "Hey, like I I got the only reason I got a PSP eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I had like 6 games for it.
Oh,
Was because somebody's parent was just like, yeah, they don't like we got them something else they don't need anymore. Asked my mother if she wanted to give it to me, and I would go every couple weeks. I think it's like every couple months for real. I could get a game. I could get a used game from GameStop, and the first game I bought and fell in love with, fucking Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, the Ghost Rider on PSP. I don't know what it was on console, like on PlayStation and the like, but it was
Oh,
fucking dope. I love that goddamn game.
Tro. I didn't know there was a Ghost Rider game. That's cool. Um, while I was talking about Sonic, um, yeah. I never played games. My first console, I used to like go to my friend's house and play games. Like I used to go with my childhood friend. She had the Nintendo 64. She had the GameCube, and we used to play like she would never share Spider Man with me when we played on her GameCube. It was like what the fuck, dude. And then like we would play like I think we would watch her play like 60 Super Mario 64 and shit, and we would play sometimes, and it was fine. But like my other friend, he had like a SNES. Super Mario Nintendo Entertainment System, and then he had like a I think that was it. We used to play like Super Mario World, Metroid. But what really got us hooked is like I think I don't know who got me a Wii or something, but oh no, I remember. Me and my brother saved up for a Wii, and then and then my friend, one of my friends, we used to loan me games if I could borrow them, and then like he was like, "Hey, do you wanna try out Smash Bros?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then like it
Fell
just
in love
it
with
it just fell in love with it. Like it changed my life. It's fucking ridiculous. And then like
they know they created an addict.
yeah, I mean, I don't play as much as I used to, but like, dude, if whenever someone I get invited to a party or like like someone has a Switch or anything, I'm just like, you know, if there's Smash playing, bro, I'm the first one there. I'm like, fuck yeah, you want to go again, bro? Like, oh my god,
You know who's the most unsuspecting character? Like that would surprise you. My girlfriend,
yeah,
when it comes to Super Mario Kart,
yeah.
oh my god, she becomes an entirely different person.
Are you serious? Like she,
Oh my god. And we were in the so we've played so of course she's played against her brother and like that, but if we're at a party and somebody's playing it, it's like move and just like pushes like shove somebody off the fucking sticks. We went to goddamn Dave and Buster's, and she was trying to pull my wheel to win, Kev. Like she becomes a whole different person. I was like, what is this? Any other game in the world? She's like, oh, like she watches me play like God of War, Ragnarok came out. Like, oh, I was like, oh, you're having fun, yay! Super Mario, move, get, get him in the sticks. It's like, oh my god. Who are you? What have you done with the love of my life, you animal?
That's crazy. It's funny before Smash Bros. I used to play a lot of Mario Kart Wii, but I never. I don't know. Like Mario Kart's cool. It's fun to play with, but it's just like I don't know. It's like those days of playing Mario Kart. Like seriously,
Mm-hmm.
ain't for me. It's like I don't know. I think I found the love of my life, which is Smash Bros. It's like, bro, I just love Smash Bros. Like I used to like when I used to play on the Wii U a lot. I would do this. I would every day. I would train for an hour. I used to do that like every day. And then like that would be my hourly whatever. Then I'll go to my neighbor's house later that day and play like 5 hours with them. It's like
Oh my
fucking,
god.
and it's
Yeah,
like
it was locked in for real.
yeah, I was really into Smash Bros. Like I used to be this kind of person that if you beat me like a 1-on-1, I would demand a rematch. Like I would be like, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Then
Back.
I'm him, and then like I guess I ruined it for them because like we would play for hours just doing rematches and shit. Oh my god. And
So who
then,
was your go-to?
um
Who's your main?
it's strange because so for Wii Brawl, it used to be Snake, but Snake was kind of a little top tier in that game. But like for Super Mario Wii U, I was really good. I was pretty good with Roy, but Roy was like a mid tier, low tier character. But like
Okay.
but I was really good with Captain Falcon in that game too. And Captain Falcon was like a high tier, like really decent, like highly decent character. But then like on the new one, the Switch, it's really
Mm-hmm.
strange because like I like Ridley, but Ridley's just you have to play in a particular way, and that's just not my style. So like I play like it's really strange because like I mentioned Snake from way back then, and he's more of a projectile character. He's more strategic. He has C4s. He could plant. He could throw grenades, and he could throw them different types of ways and shit like that. He has a controllable rocket launcher. Not he has a rocket launcher, and then he has a controllable missile guide system. He's really different from what I play now. Because like when I play now, if I play Switch to like if I play Smash Bros today, I pick Captain Falcon and I was like, bro, I have my boots on. I'm gonna dunk you. I'm gonna throw you to the fucking abyss, and I'm gonna knee you in the fucking face, and I'm gonna fucking I'm like super aggressive. Like it's really funny because like I'm not as like your girlfriend. Like she becomes a different person, but like I love that game. It's just like I like it a lot. I'm just gonna put it simply.
Yeah, that it's I will say Captain Falcon. So my first game when I got my GameCube,
Yeah.
um you ever heard of a game called F-Zero GX?
Yeah, that was like I would say that was the last F-Zero game ever made, but they actually made another one recently. But yeah, I know what it is.
That was what I had. One of the first video games I ever had on a console was F-Zero GX, and my mother loved it to death. She didn't even know what it was. I said, so yeah, like when I was playing F-Zero GX, she was like, "You just cursing me in some nerd language," and that's literally her exact words. We were on fucking 450 driving to goddamn shoppers, and I was like, "Yeah, F-Zero GX, I could just do this and this." Like, 'cause I was like imagining how I could blow through the lights and drive faster. She was like, "You just cursing me in one of your nerd languages?" I was like, you just got me the game for Christmas. Like it was a month ago. Really? Oh, I didn't know. What? It's like first off, my mother called me a nerd for crying out loud. But then, but then she proceeds to like, oh, I didn't even know I bought you that.
That's
What?
crazy.
You picked some stuff up, but I always use Falcon. I always use Captain Falcon. I always use Captain Falcon. This shit was great.
Kind of Falcon. I always want to get more into F-Zero, but like it's more of a retro game, but it's not a big deal. There's a new game. It's like a not Fortnite. It's like a it's like a battle royale. So you play a race with 100 other people. I don't really know much
Oh
about
shit.
it. It's free to play. It's on the Switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's free to play.
Okay.
Charles has downloaded it, but I haven't played as much. I haven't played it at all. But I don't know. It's just like going back to Smash. It's like I love like I just love aggressive characters. Like Ridley was okay, but like he's just a big. It's really stupid because like you know how there's heavyweight characters, there's heavy characters, then there's like medium characters, that kind of thing. Like Ridley's not a heavyweight character, but he's big as one. And it's like it's kind of stupid because like you make this guy as big as the like he's like maybe like top four big body character. Like he has wings, he's tall, he crouches when he walks for some fucking reason. But
Oh wow.
he's not as heavy. He's heavy as Ike, I believe. Which is like Ike's like a guy with a sword, with a big ass sword, and it's like that's kind of strange, you know.
Yeah, that's
I don't know, just
Huh.
I'm just roasting Ike. I mean, not Ike, Ridley. Like Ridley's a cool character in Metroid. That's why I like him because he's like a deadly space pirate leader, and like he's they call him in. There's a particular stage in Smash Bros. That'll give you a title of what kind of character you are, what kind of character you play as, and for Ridley,
Uh,
they call him the cunning god of death because that's what he kind of is, and I liked it. But like in terms of like how you play him, I mean, I don't know. He's decent, but like if I had to play any character, it'll be Captain Falcon all the way. I just I just love that. I just love Captain Falcon, like, because he's strong, he's fast. Sure, his recovery is kind of okay, but it's like I don't know. It's just like there are certain things they do to him to make him not as broken or like awesome.
yeah, he probably be OP as hell.
He has the potential for, it, but there's certain things they do to make him not as OP. Like for example, so his running animation, he's like the second or third fastest character in the game, but for in order for no one to abuse that attribute, they make him have the if you like run really fast but you want to turn the other way, he has one of the slowest turnarounds in the game. And it's like, dude,
Okay.
that's so and then like
So they found a way to nerf it or to make it a little even.
yeah, and like he's a heavy character. I believe he's a little lighter than Ike, but like oh I could talk about how like I used to be really into Smash Bros. Like I used to look up frame data. I used to look up I believe Captain Falcon's jab, his starting A button,
Mhm.
it's just like 6 to 4 frames. It's probably 3 to 4 actually, which is pretty good for a jab. And I used to know shit like what's the fastest move, what you should do, like the knee. It's really funny because when I first started playing Captain Falcon, I used to not be able to do the knee as much. It was not into me. But then like it's now when I play, it's like, you just fucking throw that shit. If it doesn't lock in, I'll just do another one or something. I don't know, because the knee is really powerful, and when it hits, it's great. But like I don't know, like I like how this became like a Smash talk now. Because no, Smash Bros is awesome. Like are you hip to like all the DLC characters they included like from the last 4 years?
No, not really.
Um,
I'm not gonna lie.
so like they this when they first announced DLC for Switch, the first DLC character was kind of a joke character. They added the piranha plant from Mario, which was like, are you serious?
Oh my god,
It was just
I'm
like
trolling the
it
devil.
was a troll. It was like Sakurai was like Sakurai is the creator of the game. Sakurai was like, I don't care what you guys want. This is my game. I'll do whatever I please. And it's like, bro, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, but like the DLC wave lasted for like 2 to 3, I think like 2 to 3 years. It was great. They added Banjo Kazooie. They added I'm probably gonna miss some characters. They added like Dragon Quest characters. They're Dragon Quest heroes, which is pretty cool. I love that character too. They added Minecraft Steve, which is like a shocker to me because I was like, that's impossible. But they added Minecraft Steve, was like that's crazy. They added Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. They added some character. They added some fighter character. I forget his name, but like he has like he's blonde. He wears like these jeans. He's buff. He has like a tank top shirt, but he wears like a jacket with tore off sleeves. Um, he does like he kind of sounds like this like okay or some shit like that. He's from a fighter game. Um,
Okay.
they added like a lot I'm missing some characters, but they added like a lot of good characters. Oh, the last one. This was like a kicker. I never like Minecraft Steve was mind blowing to me, but I in a million years never thought this character would be added, and it wasn't Goku because no, he's not coming, quote unquote. They added Sora from Kingdom Hearts as the final character, and
Oh really?
yeah, and then like you know what's the funniest thing? So his announcement trailer, they all the Smash characters were lining up to see Jesus Christ himself, which was Sora. That was the trailer for that game for
Oh
his
my
announcement. He was
god.
basically Jesus Christ. It was crazy. It was like I was in shock because I was like, "Are you serious?" They're like, "What the?" It was crazy. It was a good run.
Okay, but allegedly, um, there's a gift I'm thinking of getting my girlfriend,
Yeah,
and you might be able to school her in Smash Bros. You know, just scratch the occasional itch, if you will, if you
sure.
want.
Yeah,
Because
I could.
she was like, I want to switch, and I was like, all right, because she wants to play fucking Super Mario. She wants to play she wants to play Mario Kart. I'm
Okay.
sure there's other stuff on there, but
Yeah.
yeah, please feel free. Cook her anytime. I'll give her you. We can get that. We can get that. We can get that information for you.
Is she like? Is she good into? Did she play Smash Bros?
I don't know that she does, but she also I don't know that she has in a while, but she has a Switch. She's gonna have that. I'm gonna like I'll get the game for her, but and eventually I'm sure I'll play eventually, but
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be that good. I'm a button master. You understand me? I'm a button master. It's amazing that I ever got through God of War.
I'm.
It's amazing because I'm a button mash McGee. I'm just key buttons. It's like, oh shit, I won. Oh, took a horrible L. I was like Guilty Gear against Charles. Oh my, that was one of the cringiest goddamn experiences ever. Because Charles is all methodical, and I'm just over here fucking the buttons up. Just assaulting the goddamn buttons.
God, it just reminds me like because I saw a DLC for I think Guilty Gear or was it Strive? I don't know. It just makes me want to get into more fighter games, but it's like nah, bro. Just like I bought Street Fighter 6 for like $100 because I paid for the
You got the
expansion.
premium.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the DLC for their characters that are coming out, and I haven't played it since. I haven't played in a while, but like I'm going to Evil. I hope I go to Evil next year, and it's like
Okay.
I want to be decent at because I don't think Smash Bros is gonna be an Evo because last year wasn't an Evo. So like I want to be decent at Street Fighter and I want to be good at MK1, Mortal Kombat 1 because they have Omni Man and they're gonna have Homelander, they're gonna have Peacemaker. And it's
Oh
like that's
shit,
cool.
that's tough.
I'm hip and I'm like I just need to buy it, but like I need a job first. But like I just need to get good at games again. I mean I'm great at Smash Bros. Like I'm really good at Smash Bros. But those games I need more time in the lab and shit. But yeah,
Very tough.
I'm hip.
Omni Man, that's gonna be OP as hell.
Yeah, like he has a move where it looks like he just instantly dodges things. I'm not sure how it works though. Yeah. But yeah, if your girlfriend gets a Switch, I can show her the ropes if she wants to. I mean, I'm like that. Like I always whenever someone's new and they're playing with me, like if they want me to teach them, I'm like, "Hey, do you want me to show you controls or do you want to figure them out?" And it's like it's always the latter, which is always funny because I don't mind showing you how to play. but
Oh
if,
yeah, I would personally have a lot of fun watching that happen.
I remember my cousin, maybe she was like 9 when we used to play together a lot at Smash Bros. She would get mad at me because I wouldn't let her win because I was like, well, I'm sorry, miss, this is a game I
Like,
love a
sorry,
lot.
like, sorry, you're a fucking noob.
You just a little fucking scrub. Oh my god. But let's going back to the movies and shit. Where were we at? We were at Super Mario Bros. Oh, the movie. I saw it twice in theaters, which is funny. I think it's the only movie I saw twice in theaters this year. I loved
Okay.
it because I grew up with Nintendo and Mario and shit. It was really fun. It's a fun movie. It had a really good animation. It's really strange because I didn't expect much from Chris Pratt, but Chris Pratt did a good job voicing Mario.
Oh,
Uh,
he did. Okay, I didn't know that.
he voiced in it was a good cast of actors voicing the Mario characters. Like Seth Rogen was Donkey Kong. The guy from Key and Peele, the tall one, he was Toad. Um,
Okay.
Ann Taylor, no, is it Joanne Taylor, the chick from the menu? She played Peach.
Oh,
Yeah, she played Peach. She did a good job.
The Menu was an amazing movie, by the way. Sidestep. Go ahead. Go back.
Man, Menu's great. I love Menu. I watched that again. But like, it's really a lot of people criticize that Peach character in the movie because they're like, she's basically Daisy, and I'm like, I get it because she was kind of more of like a badass, independent woman, and I'm like, I'm cool with that. But
Yeah.
like,
What's wrong? What's wrong with feminism? What's wrong with that?
all
Are you
right,
upset that there was a strong female character in a movie?
right,
Ugh.
right. Oh, Charlie Day was Luigi, and I thought he did a good job too. Um,
Oh God. Okay, now I might actually have to watch at least some of my. I found Charlie. How did I find Charlie? I found Charlie Day because of God damn, what was it? Pacific Rim, Kev.
wait, he's in that movie?
Yeah, he's in the first Pacific Rim.
I
In
didn't.
fact, he's in both of them actually.
I didn't know that. What the
And
fuck?
John Boyega is the lead of the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pacific Rim, Idris Elba, and him, and two other. There's a lot of faces you'll recognize
Yeah.
because, like, the one girl, she's really big in like a lot of. Oh God, I'm gonna say I don't want to say a lot of like Asian type like action flicks, but she's really fucking good. And she's like kind of like the main character. But Idris Elba, he plays the scientist, and I talk about like unhinged type of scientists. He's like, hey, why don't we take the kai like to get in the mind of the kaiju? Why don't we just connect our brains to it? They're like, no, we shouldn't do that. He was like, fuck it, and then he did it.
Is that the first one or second one?
That's the first one.
I gotta rewatch it. What the hell? That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, it was. And mind you, talk about movies and impressions. I haven't watched Pacific Rim for like 4 years, but I remember that shit. That shit, it was really good. And John Boyega did a really good job in the second one because I think he was supposed to be if I'm correct, I might be wrong, but I think he was supposed to be Idris Elba's like son or like grandson. Like he was a descendant of, and he was one of the best fighters in the kaiju's. Yeah, it was really good. And Charlie, oh god, I'm gonna forget his name. There's another guy who does a lot of action shit, but he was the other like kind of like main character. But he did a really good job in it too.
True.
So yeah, it's worth it.
I
It's
gotta
worth it.
watch. I gotta
Worth
watch
a
it
watch.
again. Pacific Rim.
Might pull
Um.
that up.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention in the Super Mario movie. Guess who voices Bowser? You may know this already.
Oh yeah, I definitely know. Peaches, 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 peaches. The man was laying on top of it. It was on nighttime TV, laying on a goddamn piano. Peaches, 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 peaches. Yeah, that Jack Black, fucking goat.
It was a good movie. I would say if I had to give a ranking, maybe like a because I like Puss in Boots a lot, but I love the Super Mario movie. It's just biased at this point. But I just give it an A to be fair. Just to be fair.
Let's be
Yeah.
fair. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I'm gonna go into some more live action movies. I didn't rank Evil Dead Rise. I would give it a solid B. No. Mm, hmm. I'll give it a B. Um, are you familiar with Flowers of the Killer Moon?
It sounds familiar, but I can't say that I am.
It was a Scorsese movie that came out this year. It's based on real events. Um, so
Oh, was it? They put it. It was. Oh God, was it on Apple?
it's on Apple. It's on Apple Plus actually, or Apple TV.
Okay,
It's on Apple
Okay.
TV. Yeah. It's a good movie for sure. It's hard to rank these live action movies that came out this year, but it's a good movie. But like it's just a lot of it's not fun though. It's very much a dramatic movie. The basis is that your main character, I believe maybe I don't know what war occurred, but he basically came back from war. He's looking to start life again as a civilian. He lives with his uncle, who is a well-known wealthy something in the Mohano. Is it Mohano? Maybe I'm making that up. It's a Native American country,
Okay.
county, I believe. And a lot of I didn't know this, but I guess it makes a lot of sense. A lot of Native Americans have like they get like revenue from like
Reparations.
the oil reservations and shit. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so eventually the main character pursues one of these Native Americans and they actually get married and like it's crazy. It becomes like a scheme. It's like a giant scheme. Like I may have to spoil the movie because it's such a good movie.
You can, because I know that's one I can watch and not be like, and still be invested in. Because I
Yeah.
wanted to watch it, just yet again, so much shit to watch.
Like
I'm losing track of shit.
the his uncle's played by Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro did a great job as the fucking uncle. That motherfucker did not care about his nephew at all. He only cared about that woman's money. So what ended up happening is that so the diabetes is a thing, and the main character's wife has diabetes, but she's given insulin. That's not true. It's some other shit that's supposed to it's slowly rotting her away, and like they so apparently, I guess like if they start killing off families of her wife, and she starts getting more of their money, of their inheritance and their rights and shit, and then like
Ooh.
what the plan is that they eventually are going to kill her by with the stuff they're giving her for diabetes, and they want her in her last final moments is to sign this will or whatever to give it to the main character, which is played by Leonardo DiCaprio. I have never seen Leonardo DiCaprio frown as so much in that movie. It's crazy. It's
Oh
like
yeah, I gotta watch it now.
it's
All right, so that might be first on the list.
it's a
That
good
might.
movie. Like it's a long movie, but it's good. I will say it's based on a true story because like eventually these killings that are happening to the Native Americans, it actually makes the main character's wife goes to DC, and she urges. I think it was George. Is it George Carter? That president, or what was the president name? Last name was Carter. I don't remember.
Uh,
Was it George? I don't think it was George Carter because that was a long time ago. Some president,
I'm
and
gonna say yeah. I can't tell you off the top.
yeah, some president. She urged the president to send someone to her hometown or whatever to urge for an investigation because everyone's crooked. Basically, everyone who works there is crooked. The doctors, the police, everyone, and they basically formed the FBI because of that, because of the outcry.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, that's so interesting. And then like, there's a scene. I'm just gonna jump to this. There's a scene like what turned out happening is that the uncle betrays the main character, and like I think he's like blackmailed or something. So he's going to court for something, and then like in court he said that he's not behind the scheme. It's his uncle, and then like it's there, now he's in two courts. One about his charges, and then like there's a court about his uncle charges and shit. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but like the really funny things that Brendan Fraser comes in. It's really funny because like so when the main character decides to cooperate with the FBI,
mm,
um once so when he cooperates with the FBI, he's in hiding for a couple months, and once he does his court appearance, his uncle's lawyer is like, I have not seen him for like 3 months or so. I want to speak with my client. I haven't seen him for. It's like really fucking funny. It was hilarious. Oh, I will say this: the guy who plays Foggy Nelson from Daredevil, he appears in that movie for a brief second or two, but I noticed him. That was cool. But it's a good movie. It's not as like. Have you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street?
nope, still haven't seen it.
That's a great movie. I would, if you want a fun, crazy movie. Like I know I said Joyride was fun, crazy movie, but Wolf of Wall Street, that's pretty good too. But Flowers of the Killer Moon, it's a very serious drama that you just see shit happening, and like you wonder how they done it, like how it's produced really well. The movie, my only head scratcher, I may just save it for you, but like the ending is really interesting because it not a lot of people do it how Martin Scorsese did it, and I'm just gonna let you find out for yourself for that because it's not a big thing, but it's kind of interesting because it's like so they end the movie like that basically. But it was a really good movie. I would safely say like it's definitely like A or I guess A plus, but there's an S rank and I already know who I'm for those, but like A plus for sure for
Okay, I'll
Flowers to
definitely
Killer
look at it.
Moon. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I have Guardians of the Galaxy, Boy and the Heron, Across the Spider Verse, Oppenheimer, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Did you want to? We talked about Oppenheimer a little bit, but did you want to talk about it more, or does it matter?
Yeah, yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oppenheimer, honestly, it's like top three of this year for me. It was really cool. I loved how everything worked and like how everything came together. I loved the cast of characters. I loved it was just a good movie, and it wasn't like because like when I watched Flowers of the Killer Moon, it was I don't know which was longer, but it felt Flowers of the Killer Moon like the plot tugged a little longer, like you just felt a little fatigued. But Oppenheimer, It's like a solid swig. It was great. It was like there are two, like sure there's the beginning, but then there's two acts. The first act was fine. The bomb worked, obviously because it's a historical event, and it was amazing. The sound effects, the practical effects, but the second act with Robert, not Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr. and how he was the villain. Like, sure, Germany and Japan was that villain. Sure. They were the antagonists. Sure. But their true antagonist, Robert Downey Jr. And why? Just because of interaction between Oppenheimer and Einstein. Something he just saw. He doesn't even know what they spoke about. It was crazy. I like the movie. I would rewatch it again. I would say like a solid S tier. Like it's just a good movie. Yeah, a solid S tier. Which is funny because then I feel like my favorite movie of this year is not. I don't think it's gonna be like it shouldn't be S plus tier or whatever. That's just my opinion, but it's like whatever. Yeah, Oppenheimer
Yeah,
was good.
I didn't get out to the theater, but I would I think it's a bit. You can probably rent it now or
Yeah,
like watch it or
yeah.
watch it on the app. I would do that because I wanted to see it.
It's a good
But
movie. Like if you like Robert Downey Jr., he does. I've never seen. I only seen bits of Tropic Thunder, but I
mm,
know that performance for his is really good too. Obviously Iron Man, of course, but like I just never see Robert Downey Jr. as a villain, and it's like it's so good. It's not even like a villain. It's just like it's more like it's just low key. That's all. But it was good. I was lucky to shout out to Donnell who took me to go see it. Yeah,
yeah, I definitely wanted to see it, but I will check it out. So I got Flowers of the Killer Moon and Oppenheimer
yeah.
immediately on the list.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go on Across the Spider Verse because I only seen it once. It's on Netflix. I want to rewatch it, but I'm just gonna straight up say it. I would say it's a good movie, but it didn't make me want to rewatch it like in theaters. Like I knew
Oh,
I liked it. It was good. Great animation, a lot of references, really cool stuff. But I just it the first movie just blew my mind away. But now I just feel like the Spider Punk was awesome. No
Spider
doubt.
Punk was awesome,
No doubt about it. But I think
and
mhm,
that was Daniel Kaluuya.
yeah.
He yeah, he's amazing.
He's
They killed it. They killed that one.
have you ever seen Nope?
Of course,
I saw
that
that
was one of my favorite fucking movies. I love that movie.
that movie's great. I rewatched it this year. I saw it in theaters when it came out too. It's a good movie. Nope is my favorite part for sure is when like uh main character here Ghost is out of his barn for some reason, the field or whatever it is, and he returns him, and then like the aliens creeping out, the three aliens. Oh my god, that
Oh
was
my
my
god,
favorite part. But it's a good movie. Nope is a great movie. I have to really get into Get Out and Us, but I just don't have the time, and it's on
yeah, that
Netflix,
was
but it's
really
leaving
good.
soon. Yeah, but
Yeah, it was really good.
he did a great job. But like Spider Verse, I have to watch it again. But my opinion could change. But I would give Spider Verse like a minus S, which isn't terrible. But like it's just like it. It's really strange because it's just a bias. It's just biased because it's like I if I wanted to and if I could have, I would have rewatched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem over Across Spider Verse again. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. Cause like I guess I'll start talking about that movie. Cause that movie it was fun. It was really funny. It was witty. I love like the final battle or I guess the climax. It was okay. It wasn't bad. I didn't care for is he called Big Fly or I don't remember.
Um,
I don't remember.
what the say one
The
more
main
time. I'm sorry.
character Big Fly or like I don't remember. I don't remember. Let me see. Let me quick.
I'm doing the blink my damn self now.
Villain from Teenage. Well, I can't spell.
Oh, that one I'm not. Oh, you told okay. TMNT. I did not see
Super is it
TMNT.
Superfly?
Probably
Let's see.
that probably sounds right.
Let me see. Let me see. Movie. Yeah. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Give me one moment. Superfly. Yeah, Superfly. Um, it's just that all the scenes with Raph, it's just like that's like he's like my inner child. This weird, oh, I'm a raging monster, wishing to be raging monster kind of person. It's like, bro, I loved it. It was good. It looked great when it was announced. It had a really cool a cast of actors going to voice them. Like John Cena was in it. The guy who plays Ant-Man was in it. Jackie Chan was in it. Ice Cube was in it, and it's just like
Jackie Chan was in it?
Jackie Chan was he was Shredder. He was Shredder, I believe.
Oh
Um,
shit.
yeah, and I'm like, this is great. I loved it. Like the guys, whoever was casting director for who picked out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the kid actors, they did a good job. I liked it. I don't know. It's just like to me, like I think my only bias and my only opinion about Across Spider Verse is like the reason why I don't rank it higher is because it leaves on a really it's a good cliffhanger, but again, it's still a cliffhanger, and it's like it just maybe it just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know. It just like I had like I guess I had a funner time with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles than Spider Across Spider Verse. Not saying it was bad, but that was definitely my favorite movie this year. Definitely, I would give it like a S plus for sure.
Yeah, I'll give you that. The Spider Verse Across the Spider Verse was really good. That was with the cliffhanger of the fucking century, and I hated that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I said it when we talked about it a while back, but I don't give that much of a shit about Spider Gwen. I don't.
yeah,
Respectfully, you
yeah.
could have cut at least 10 minutes of her. Now, I'm not discrediting how much work they put into it, how
Definitely not.
pretty it was,
Yeah.
because it was a really like even the scenes, with her world being the watercolors, and it was really fucking cool to watch. And my girlfriend can tell you, I was sitting there geeking the fuck out watching that shit because I was like, "This is amazing! It's so pretty." I'm like hitting her thigh, like, "Did you see that shit?" She's like, "Yeah, I love the same movie." Like, "Did you see how a vultures from like a Da Vinci Land and the Witcher comes are different?" It's like, "Holy shit, it's amazing." She was like, "Babe, okay." And it's like oh yeah, I was going ape shit, but it was really good.
That's good. Um, I mentioned how like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem is like my favorite movie. I forgot Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 came out this year. I didn't forget. I just forgot that it was on my list, and I was like,
That it was on your list.
fuck.
Oh shit, it did come out this year.
It did come out this year, and I'm like, fuck. But
I went to the theaters to see that one
I saw it
because
in
it was
theaters.
good.
It was great. I waited a little bit before it came after it came out to watch it. We're just gonna talk about it, but like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Okay, it's my number one for sure. Not I love Ninja Turtles, but it was I'm not a huge Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. It's just that like Jane Gunn does it right. Like he just does a great superhero movie. It was fun. The music choices were great. Um, I can't think of anything else. Like Rocket's
The emotion.
backstory, the motion was on high. Like the ups and lows were just they were just very extreme. Rocket's backstory is just so sad. Oh, my favorite line of the movie is when the villain, the High Evolutionary, is arguing with one of the council, and it's like
He goes ape shit.
he goes apeshit, and it's like that guy is a great actor. He's a
He
lot
is.
a lot of people on Twitter were like, oh hey, they should make him the next Kong or something. I'm like, I mean, if he comes back and act, I guess, but I don't know. But my favorite line is when he's arguing with the council, and he's like, and she says, "For God's sakes," and he's like, "There is no God. That's why I stepped in," and I'm like, "Fuck."
That damn. It's like, oh my god.
It's such a powerful presence. It's just a good line, and like what else? Um, I don't know the actor's name, but the guy who played Adam Warlock, he just
Oh yeah, he's
he nailed
I
it.
forget his name, but he did. That was like fresh out of water, not knowing your power, but then like learning, like making your own decisions. That shit
Yeah,
was it was really good.
like
That to me was so. I didn't like number two because I feel like it lost some of the touch of the first one.
Um, I feel like number two was more because if you notice, number two, it takes more of a crude approach, more it's more
A lot
like
more somber.
yeah, it's more crude, like it has more crude humor. But I will agree, number two is the weaker one. Not a bad, it's not a bad movie by all means. Like
No,
you
not
know,
at all.
like Thor: Dark World's a terrible movie compared to, like any of the Thor other movies. Like I mean, Love and Thunder's bad too, but like Dark World, I wouldn't watch that. Like if you told me to watch it, like I wouldn't watch it for even like $20 or anything. But I mean, I might, but I might also save that time to invest in doing something else to make more
Do something
money.
else. Yeah.
But like, nah, bruh. But I forgot what we're talking about. Like, oh, Guardians
We
of the
were just
Galaxy
talking
Volume
about
Three.
yeah.
It was great. It was awesome. Like the only thing I didn't care for as much is maybe like Peter Quill and Gamora. I mean, it's not I don't care for. It's like it wasn't like I love the scene where they go to they go to this facility where Rocket's security clearance for his security system is there. And I love the scene where like Peter Quill holds up the facility, holds it hostage. I thought that was fun. And I don't know, like that fight scene at the end where like they play Beastie Boys, and it's just like
Yeah.
that was great. That was really cool. Um of course all the scenes with Adam Warlock, him, like his introduction, him obliterating that guy who his mom just wanted a small example of what you do when you fuck with them, but instead he just killed him. He just killed that person instead, which is great. Oh my god. Oh, and the part where like Gamora gets his pet and it's like, don't get any closer, I'll kill him. And then he's like, don't be so rash. And it's like, bro, I'm surprised. That's like, honestly, that's a movie that deserves to be rewatched again. And I haven't rewatched it in theaters or on any, on Disney Plus. And it's like, that's definitely S rank for me. It's such a
Yeah,
good movie.
definitely. That's an easy movie of the year.
Like,
Easy.
like Oppenheimer was good. Like I saw Oppenheimer, I was amazed. But it's like, I wouldn't go to theaters to watch again. Maybe. But like, no, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was awesome. And it came out after Ant-Man Wasp Quantumania came out. And people were confused why it sucked. Because I remember in the trailer for that movie, Ant-Man and Wasp, I was like, oh, this looks cool. Like it looks like they're trying to do what Guardians of the Galaxy did, and it's like, I mean, I'm for it, because it has like this space exploration aesthetic to it. And I'm like, that's cool. Mm-hmm. And then I see like the reviews and shit. I'm like, maybe I just watch it on Amazon. I'm stupid. At Disney Plus or some shit.
Yeah, I waited for Quantumania to come out on the app too.
Yeah,
it didn't feel like it was worth it enough to go in the moment and see it in the theater.
Yeah. But really good movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We only have a couple left. I do have Boy and the Heron, and I think the only other person, I think it's just Boy and the Heron. Huh. Okay. I didn't rank Joyride, but I'll give it a solid, probably like a B+. Who else has a B+? Yeah, just Boy and the Heron. Okay, so it's not anime. Don't say that. It's Ghibli, because Ghibli's different. Because
it's definitely different.
Yeah, because the creator, the guy who's behind the studio, Miyazaki, I forget his first name or his last name. He hates to be compared to anime, which I will just put a little side note. Anime has gotten around with better animations over the years. I would say Jujutsu Kaisen's a great example. One Punch Man's a great example. But Ghibli, it's fair to say, I mean, like, Disney now isn't so great in terms of animation, especially 2D animation. But it's safe to say that Ghibli's definitely the Disney of Japan. Because, like,
oh, for sure.
Like, it's beautiful. Boy and the Heron, I don't know. I didn't know anything about it. I just saw a trailer. All I saw was, like, they put Robert Pattinson as the Gray Heron, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sold." That's Robert Pattinson. Well, he did great at Batman. I've seen Good Times. I'm him. Yeah. Have I ever mentioned this movie to you? It's called Good Times. No.
Mm-mm.
He's in that movie too. I'm just gonna put it short. I would recommend it. It's a good movie too. Like it's about like him and his brother are kind of like down their luck, so he decided to rob a bank, and then like his brother is mentally ill, so he's disabled, and his brother gets caught, and his whole mission for that movie is to save his brother by any means, and it's a great thriller. It's really crazy, but Good Times. Another fun thing about Good Times, if you watch the Batman, there's a store that the gumdrop robs, and it's called Good Times. That's a reference to that movie.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, like that movie is. I love that movie. It's on Netflix again too, and I would definitely watch it. But again, I just need time, and clearly need clones to watch it to enjoy it or some shit. But good movie. Um, so yeah, going back to Boy and the Heron. Boy and the Heron has a killer English dub cast. They have the chick plays Kimiko from The Boys. She plays Lady Mimi, I believe. Um,
Okay.
William
She's
Def-
she's really
yeah, she's good. Karen Fukuhara. Um,
yeah.
William Defoe. It's really interesting because William Defoe has a really iconic voice, but he comes just to voice a couple lines for a dying heron. It's kind of funny, but like, hey, that's William Defoe. And then like, it's really funny because I believe in that movie, he says Godspeed, and it's like in the first Spider-Man Sam Raimi movie, he also said like Godspeed Spider-Man. It's so funny.
Spider Man.
Right. That's funny because I was sitting next to Charles when he said that, and he told me. I was like, I was like, wow, that's so true. But
We need to get Charles on the episode, man.
yeah, we do. He moved out. He said he would get his PC in his apartment like after Christmas or something. I hit him up. We definitely need him in a podcast, like for an episode. Um, who else was in that cast? Boy and the Heron. Gemma Chan. She's. I believe she was there. I don't remember. I don't remember anyone else. Oh, Florence Pugh, the chick who plays Black Widow's sister, was also in that
Mm-hmm.
movie. She's also in that movie. I'm just gonna talk about the movie now. But like, the movie was fun. It was beautifully animated. I would have to say it was really great in terms of animation. Like, I wouldn't. I don't know. It's hard to compare like what's the better animation. Like Nimona, Mutant Ninja Turtles, Spider Verse. It's hard to compare honestly, but Ghibli I feel like it definitely has a step ahead, just a little bit. But like, story was kind of like it's strange because so the main character is a boy who moves in with his stepmom, um, and he encounters a heron that could talk, and like it's really strange. Oh, Dave Bautista was also in that movie. I forgot. Yeah, he's also in that
Really?
movie. Yeah. Oh, and Christian Bale. Yeah, that's right. Christian Bale was also in that movie. That
Holy shit.
that was his second Ghibli film too, movie to be in, and it's like that's crazy. I forgot he was in that movie. And but like it's a good movie. I would wait for it to be on Max if it is going to be on Max, but it's a crazy movie because like eventually like the boy encounters a heron that could talk, and the heron is like a guardian or like a guide to this other realm, and then like I'm just gonna spoil a little bit of it. I'll probably put spoilers if it's a lot of spoilers, but like it just like so eventually the boy encounters this one of his ancestors who mysteriously disappeared, and
Mhm.
he tells him how like he built this world, the world he's in now, on his own. And it's really insane because like he says that all you have to do is stack these stones, these wooden blocks every 3 days or so, and he keeps on doing it, but his looks really fucked up, so there's no way he keep doing it no more. He's gonna die or some shit. But like, I didn't catch this at all. I had like two of my friends, Augie and Kandia, and they told us like, because like Kandia is like she's like a psychologist major, and then Augie is he's been a case manager before. So what happened? So before he discovered the world, before he discovered the heron, and he moved, his original mom died from a fire accident in his home, And so he was traumatized because of that. So sometimes in the movie he thinks about how he couldn't do anything, his helplessness. And in that movie, if you think about it, he started hallucinating that he was in a different world, that
Oh.
and then like eventually his hallucination brought him to some person telling him, "Hey, I need you to do this." And it's like, and you only have a couple minutes to respond to my question, to my offer. And it's like, it was really insane. And it was like, I didn't catch that at all. It was like, wow, I didn't realize this could have been all of his in his imagination. Because like at the end of the movie, he comes out of the tower fine. You know, he must have experienced that hallucination in that tower, and he thought he was in a different world and shit. And it was really cool because like that tower he was in, apparently his ancestors. So that tower wasn't a tower. It was like an alien object or something that came to their territory, and then his
Oh.
ancestors actually like they built a tower around it for some reason. It's a lot to. I have to watch it again, but it's a lot to digest, honestly. But it's a good movie. I would say, like, I don't know, like, I wouldn't say it's like my favorite movie of this year, but like, it's just a good movie. Like, I would say like safely, I would say maybe S tier, but like Oppenheimer, it was good, but like I would say maybe a solid A. Not let's see. I would say a solid A for Boy and the Heron. Like I like the movie. It's really strange because like I watch Ghibli films and I like them, but if I had to pick anything like animation or like anything that's my favorite, like it would have to be like my favorite animes, and then like I don't know, I guess Castlevania, and then of course like Into the Spider Verse and like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I would say like maybe for Boy and the Heron, like I guess a B plus. Yeah, just a B
Okay.
plus. It was a good movie for sure. Um, it's really interesting because it's an all star cast. You don't notice that they're who they say they are. Maybe Christian Bale's character, but like for example, Robert Pattinson. That did not sound like Robert Pattinson at all. Like he got. If you look up the trailer, he just sounds like he's creaking, like he's croaking all the time, and like some kind of like I don't know. It just doesn't sound like him, but it could have been. But it's just like it's just, I don't know. It's impressive because you're like that was Robert Pattinson. That's my whole point. But it was a good movie, simply.
I'll
But
definitely check it out then.
yeah,
'Cause,
yeah. That
yeah, 'cause I actually, I know somebody else who went and saw it, but I wasn't. I'm not a huge like. I watch stuff like that like on my own. You know.
that's true. What is your experience with Ghibli films?
Um, Not much, honestly. I know I see a lot of clips.
Okay,
And I wind up appreciating them for what they are. I mean, the shit looks fucking beautiful, but I don't have a lot of personal experience with them. But
okay,
that was the first one I was like, huh, it looked like captivating. Like it looked really pretty enough for me to go see it. But as I
yeah.
said, time and I think they do, at least they do a lot of limited releases in theaters, like normal theaters.
They do. They usually do like monthly or like weekly. They'll showcase um like for example like Princess Mononoke or like Howl's Moving Castle or
Mhm.
Castle in
I
the
was the first,
Sky.
Princess Mononoke was the first one I was like, damn, that
It
looks great.
it's a
By the time I was ready to go see it, it was out of theaters.
That's a great movie. I seen it twice in theaters. It's a good movie. It's I wouldn't. I'm not like I appreciate Ghibli films, but like I feel like I'm not like a fan to like I'm not. I mean I guess I am kind of a fan, but I'm like a bigger fan for different things. Like it's not I'm like passionate about.
Right, yeah, makes sense.
But like I would rank if I wanted to I could rank them, but it's like I don't feel like the need to. But definitely like Princess Mononoke is like it's just like a top 3, top 5 movie. But yeah. Um that was movie reviews of 2023. But big year. Big whoop. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy took the cake for what it was. Yeah. Um did you want to wrap it up? Because it's been like an hour and 30, so we got like 2 hours and 30 minutes under this now.
Yeah, we can definitely
All
we
right,
can wrap it up
cool.
for now.
Um,
For now.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Well, happy New Year's if you're watching this. This probably will come out maybe January 2nd or 3rd. I'm I may not work on it today editing, but yeah. Appreciate 2023 for what it was. I had some good moments. I had some bad moments, and it was it's just another. I don't want to sound a little dry and like I guess a little dark, but for me, it was another year. It was good, simply. I wouldn't say, oh, it was just another year, another fart,
New year, new me.
Yeah, I don't
How deep?
like. I never liked that. I mean, I like to talk about like new goals for the year, but I'm such a go get it kind of person, like why would you wait till next year to do something where you can just start now,
Yeah.
Like, I'm like I just do too many things. Like I'm very like goal oriented and I'm very mentally like stable, and just like if I want to do something, I'll do it, But like this is like I like for example, like I'm gonna go to the gym later today, and I imagine it's gonna be empty. But like if I go like Tuesday or I don't think they're
Oh,
open.
Tuesday's gonna be packed.
It's gonna be fucking packed, like bro. Like I mean, I get it. It's not. I mean, it'll be annoying for certain things, like doing like arms and like shoulders and shit, like doing stuff with dumbbells for sure, because like everyone takes up the dumbbell space. But like, it's just like I don't understand. Like, I mean, I guess that is what it is. I just don't understand. Like, if you want to do something, it doesn't have to be an occasion that makes you want to do it. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Like I want to learn coding or like Japanese or like I don't know something, or I want to get good at digital art or make a comic or anything, or it's just like make it make a schedule, figure it out, just fucking do it, like it's you and obviously motivation can take you so far. You have to be disciplined. You have to understand that you're gonna not be able to play certain things, or like you're not gonna be able to do your favorite thing maybe for a couple days or so if you really are motivated to do your things. It also depends on your schedule, because
True, yeah. Well, no, I mean you can make some time, and just starting it, you'll realize how much more time you have.
yeah. There's a quote I learned today. I don't know who it's from, but like it's on it floats on Instagram a lot, or on the motivational discipline shit. The magic you're looking for is the magic is in your work that you're avoiding right now. And I'm like, that's very true. Like I feel like sometimes, like for example, like last night, like I played like some God of War, then I played Dark Souls Remastered, which I'm like, yeah, Dark Souls Remastered, this game is slow. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just play some Elden Ring. But then it's like that moment, what I could have done is draw some more, which I already did before on that day. But it's like, it's just something I noticed, and it's like, yeah, yeah. Did you have any final thoughts for this year?
Final thoughts for this year. I'll repeat. Good moments, bad moments. Just try to do. Take what strides we took in 2023, put them towards 2024, and just if as Kev said, if you want to do something, just do it. Find a time, and even if you don't have a bunch of time, that 30, 40 minutes you were doing, I don't know, talking on the phone for about, the Kardashians.
Or scrolling on Instagram or Twitter or whatever you use, doom
Yeah, in
scrolling.
fact, a
Yeah,
challenge is to bring down and they almost say week by week is kind of impossible, but try to bring down like your screen time on your phone. If you're in double digits, just try to get in singles. I know it sounds crazy. Sometimes we're on our phone watching videos, movies, etc.
yeah,
Like overall, if you're in the double digits, just try to bring it down. It's a challenge. Just setting it down, being present in the moment, whatever the case may be.
right.
That's my thing. 24.
I agree. Um, yeah. Thank you for joining me, guys. This podcast has been fun to make, and I hope we do more of these in the future. And yeah, thank you for listening. And you're a true one if you listen to the very end.
Yeah, yeah, you're a real minch, a real great guy,
There
or a gal, or a gal.
we go.
No discrimination here.
All right. All right, guys. Take care. Happy New Year's, and stay safe out there.
Happy New Year's. Bing bong.
Bing bong.